This is a true crime discussions channel. We speculate. This is all just speculation. Because it's true crime, it's for mature audiences only. There will be no children allowed, no exceptions. Everything on this channel falls under fair use. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. It's free.
Lord have mercy, it was telling me my stuff wasn't connected. I apologize for being a minute late. I had it on a speaker listening to something, and so I guess it got mad at me because I turned the speaker off. Anyways, good to see y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I see Bad Girl, Kathleen, and Anders, and Amanda, and Bonnie, and Kathleen, and Amy, and Edith, and Indie Girl, and Miss Scorpio Rising, LJ, good to see you. Stevia, good to see you. Southern Cats, good to see you. Jenny Jen, too. Queen Olive Ruth Ann, Cara, Jenna's Gypsy. I'm so glad y'all are here. Hey, Tosh, good to see you. I'm so glad y'all are here with us this here Friday. Radio Free Goodland, the final countdown. Good to see you. Miss Scorpio Rising, Chow Young Cat, good to see you. One Sunny Day, good to see you. Genevieve, good to see y'all. I'm so glad y'all are here. Hey, Megan, good to see you. I'm so glad y'all are here. Kimmy C123, happy Friday. I'm so glad it's Friday. I'm so glad it's Friday. Okay, my children are having a sleepover. Actually, I'm a bit stressed out if I'm being honest. Okay, so let's go over Miss Lie-tecia Stauch. Hold on. We have the body cam footage. It's a total of 3 videos from the night that Gannon went missing. Good to see you. Glad y'all are safe. I am glad y'all are safe. I know there's been storms moving around. It stormed here for like 3 days, which was really good. Like 3 days without having to tote water up to them gardens was nice, but the grass is taking over. I've got to figure that out. I got to get cardboard. I did get some landscaping fabric that we laid out. I'm going to see if the grass dies underneath. So, anyway, back to the subject at hand. I have the 3 first body cam footage videos from the night that Gannon Stauch was reported missing. Gannon Stauch was murdered by his step-momster, Lie-tecia Stauch, in January of 2020. I do believe it was January 27th in El Paso, Colorado. It's still raining in New York. I wish it rained here. We're in such a horrible drought in Florida. Oh, really? Well, hopefully it's moving down that way. Snakes, there's snakes everywhere here. We have to watch out for the copperheads, but I'm sure y'all have seen the big black rat snake that's been here for years. And then I think it's like baby rat snakes, like the gray one in the garden. I don't know what kind of snake that was, but I don't think it's a baby copperhead. Hey, Alex, good to see you. But there are copperheads here from what I understand. I haven't seen any yet. Now that I say that, I'll probably find one in my damn house. So I better hush my mouth. Better hush my mouth. Okay. So we're going to look at this body cam footage. Now, Lie-tecia lied from the beginning. She lies to this day. She said that somebody took Gannon and she didn't kill Gannon, although her and Al broke up in the midst of this child being missing. Not long after she reported him missing, she moves to Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, and is staying at a hotel and with her daughter that's 16 at the time. I think she was 16 at the time. Hey, Stevia. And then Gannon was found in a suitcase in, I do believe, Florida, maybe Georgia. I should have known that. I think it was under a bridge. I know that, and it was like a miracle how he was found because she threw the suitcase under the like overpass of the bridge, and I think it was like they go through either once every 3 months or once every 3 years and clean the area, and he was found not too long afterwards, and it was like a miracle because like they hardly ever clean that area, and they just so happened to be cleaning that area, and he was found in Florida. Thank you. Yep. So yeah, and I remember it was like, yeah, a miracle that he was found. I was like, that's divine intervention when I heard that he was found and that area was not cleaned that often. So this is the beginning. At this point, she has reported him missing. She's saying, I think she's saying at this time that he just stayed out possibly too late. Um, and the story changes to somebody broke in the house and raped her, and then took Gannon, and Gannon fell off a bike and was bleeding profusely, and somebody took him, was supposed to follow him to the hospital, all kinds of things. Oh, thank you, Miss Scorpio Rising, for gifting a Speculation Station membership. And I saw that somebody became a member. If I missed that, it's not showing up now. Somebody else became a member, and I appreciate who the person who became a member, and Miss Scorpio Rising gifting a membership. Y'all are so sweet coming out the gate, being so sweet and nice and generous today. Thank you so much for that. Hold on just a minute, and I will try to figure out who that went to. Okay, I'm back. That went to Angela De Silvia. Angela, if you are here and you were gifted from Miss Scorpio Rising and you are aware, please tell Miss Scorpio Rising thank you, and I'll grab the crazy train and pick you up on the way to Speculation Station. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. I saw that y'all are stumbling. Okay, Kathleen became a member. Thank you, Kathleen, for becoming a member. Let me grab the crazy train and pick you up. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Thank you so much for that. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate that. Uh, yawning, yawning Greyhound. Lord, I saw your name and I was like, wait a minute. Hold up. 1 second. Yawning Greyhound. Thank you for being here. I like your name. I thought it said something else. Chow Young Cat just gifted a membership, and that went to Mary C. Thank you, Chow Young Cat, for gifting a membership. That was so very sweet and supportive of you, and I really appreciate that. Mary C., if you are here and you are aware you were gifted, please tell Chow Young Cat thank you, and I'll grab the crazy train and pick you up on the way to Speculation Station. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Thank you so very much. I saw that we are summoning Abellis. Abellis, I don't know where she's at. Her knee might be hurting, or she might be taking a nap. I'm not sure. Oh, thank you. We try to be friendly. Fawny says heads up. I don't know what AFK means. I see you say that a lot, but I have no idea what it means. But hovering. I'm knocking out this destashing spring cleaning come heck or high water. You know what? I need to do that. But the problem is I see things even like clothes. Like I make these big long prairie skirts. So like even old clothes, I'm like, "Oh, I could use that for fabric." Y'all, it's ridiculous. Like I'm such a oh, I could use that for something, and I could use that for something, and I could use that for something. But it's like for example, an old tin cup. Like I'm like, "Oh, I could melt that down and make like a tin teapot out of it or something great." Like, really, ma'am, am I really going to go outside, start a fire, melt that cup down, pour the metal into something, smolder it, and make something? Like, ma'am, I need to stop it. Somebody needs to tell me to just stop it. Just stop it. Away from keyboard. Thank you so much. Hey, Sylvia's. Yeah, I don't like to throw things away because I'm like, I could use that again. And then before you know it, I'm a hoarder. Okay. So we're going to look at this body cam footage, and we're going to look at the lies she's telling off the bat. And I want to look at the stuff in the house. Like, I've also heard that Gannon is in this footage, in the suitcase that he was found in. Um, so we're gonna look at what's on the counters, look at what's in the house. We're just gonna be real nosy today and see what all was there, what kind of signs that we might can pick up on from the very beginning.
Where's the address?
Your incident has been updated.
6627.
Before we get into the house, I will tell you, Fonny, I've heard of that. Like, if you haven't used it in a year, throw it away. And I swear I try, right? But like, I don't go many places, and I'm like, well, what if I need that for like an event? Like, what if I have to go somewhere? Like, what if I have to go somewhere with my mom or something? Like, what if I have to go, unfortunately, to a funeral or something and like yarn, right? Like, I'm like, well, I could crochet with that and I can make something really cute. It'll be like 3 feet of yarn. Like, ma'am, what am I going to crochet with that? Like 6 stitches? Stop it. But I try that, like, if I haven't used it in a year, but I'm like, I might need it though. Like, I've got to get better about it though. I have got this house and I've got a storage unit that's literally like stacked to the ceiling. Like, and even, you can't even get to the back. You'd have to start at the front and start pulling stuff out. It's so ridiculous. And I've got like 2 storage units full of stuff. It's so ridiculous. So ridiculous. I've got to get rid of stuff. Like, I need to do a yard sale, but I'm not getting rid of my antiques. Not doing it. Sorry.
You have your notepad?
Yeah.
You have your big notepad?
The big one?
Right. Oh, thank you, Rachel. I appreciate it. I need it. It's good to see you. I do make yarn. I spin wool, but I haven't been able to do it. I don't have enough room here. I'm hoping we can move and I can show y'all how to do that. I don't know. I have to look up that one. Let me write it down. Children stealing my pens, and I don't never have one. Oh, we're knocking on the door. There's Satan's mistress herself. Okay, you said Robinson Maxwell. R-A-B-I-N. I thought about covering Diddy, but I just can't with that. There's a lot going on there. Cara, thank you so much for gifting 10 Speculation Station memberships. That was so very sweet and supportive of you. I really appreciate that. Those went to Carolyn McBrayer, Bellatrix, Cindy, Thea Marie, Kane's Nana, Talua Bell, Blue Bella, Scarlet Lightsea, Tiffany Ranieri, and Megan Scott. If you were gifted from Cara and you are aware you were gifted, please tell Cara thank you, and I will grab the Polar Express to pick y'all up on the way to Speculation Station. Thank you so much, Cara. That was so sweet of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, Cara. Basil is here because I know y'all will ask. He was laying down, and I put my hand to turn the air on because it's like in the ceiling, and he got upset. So he just moved, but he's still in here. Okay. Diddy is Satan, but he was paid a lot of money, in my opinion, to do the things he did. Okay, so we're going into the house. Let's see what lies we can pick up on from the very beginning. And what do they got in the house? What is hers? What hints can we find?
Hey, good man.
Hey, I'm W. Donahue.
You touch this up. Let's see. guys are busy tonight, huh?
Yes,
Very.
unfortunately.
Thank you for
Sorry,
calling.
we
It's
took
okay.
it slow. I mean, we go by priority, and
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, the neighbors have been awesome, so
Yeah.
they helped out.
and they could probably do more than we.
I can pick up that she's nervous, but right now it's not an unusual nervous. I think everybody's nervous when they deal with the police. I hope that one's televised. I'll be covering that one unless it's during Step and Stern's trial. I will definitely be covering Long Island serial killer. That's for sure. That was a weak handshake. She's nervous.
Yeah, that's
we,
what
we,
that's
we
what
got
I
two
was,
bodies, so
Exactly. That's what I was telling my husband anyway, because he was upset, and I was like, honestly, the neighbors have already pretty much done a lot of the work.
yeah, there's a ton of them out there. So.
Yeah. We keep
So-
getting posts and pictures, and we did find someone did send us a video picture or something, and
I'm talking and I'm muted away, y'all. I'm so sorry. Okay, I apologize. I have to click on another page. So, I was looking at, let me make sure I'm not muted again. Okay, thank goodness. I was looking,
he was taking his.
goodness, I will get it together in a minute, y'all. I was looking at the counter and I was saying that looks like a pocketbook. Looks like there's some canisters, maybe some pots and pans there, or like the things you put your sugar and your flour in. There's a cup on the counter, some kind of box here. Wonder what kind of box that is, if it holds a knife or something. Um, that could be a towel rack. Over there it looks like there's a mixer, maybe a wine bottle, and some water bottles by the sink, some plants in the window. And that looks like an answering machine or an alarm system thing. Hey, Orange. I was. Hopefully you can hear me now. Work's been kicking my butt lately, but I always come in to say hi and hit the thumbs up and at least silently speculate. Well, thank you for being here. So that's all I see so far. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Holding the Switch case. Like,
His
different-
what?
like his Switch, like Nintendo Switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not like a Switch.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, like, so they've
I noticed that she was really forthcoming about the Switch information. Like, she's very forthcoming about information. You can tell that she's thought this out. She's had time to think about it before she calls the cops. Listen to her talk about the Switch and all of the Google history and all of the things. Like, that's not normal information you would be giving if your child is really missing. I don't think. I think it's very unusual that she comes out the gate with like information about the Switch and the Google history, and even the cops are like, "What?"
By priority, and
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, the neighbors have been awesome, so
Yeah.
they helped out.
and they could probably do more than we.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's what
we
I
got two
was-
bodies, so
Exactly. That's what I was telling my husband anyway, because he was upset, and I was like, honestly, the neighbors have already pretty much done a lot of the work.
Good
yeah,
point.
there's a ton of them out there. So.
Yeah. We keep
So-
getting posts and pictures, and we did find someone did send us a video picture or something, and he was holding the Switch case. Like,
His what?
like his Switch, like a Nintendo Switch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not like a Switch.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, like, so they've all been trying to be very, like, helpful and the whole situation, because so he was supposed to be here at 6 o'clock, because we were going to eat dinner, and he said he was off restriction today, so he was going to go play with his friend. He was at it.
She's too calm and giggly, like Yawning Greyhound said. She's really giggly. She's too calm. Her hair is greasy and it is gross. That girl said the lies this woman can spill off the cuff is demonically evil, in my opinion. Yeah. Yeah, her hair was greasy throughout too. And I'm sorry, I know a lot of people like that jacket. I heard at one point that that jacket was going to be sold for like thousands of dollars. I personally think that's like the ugliest jacket I've ever seen in my life. Maybe it's just not my style. I hate that jacket. Maybe it's the person who's wearing it. I don't know. I think it's ugly.
They already told him he could play this thing. And he didn't come back at 6, so I looked outside and saw it was sleeting, you know. So I said, well, maybe he's waiting on one of us to come get it, you know. So we drive to the neighbor's house, which I'm assuming he's at the neighbor's on the corner's house. And they're like, no, he's not here. So I was like, okay, maybe it's only one other person. And so they kept leading us on all this chase of people who it could be. And we covered a lot of houses, and at this point, the neighbors all stepped in and kind of went to the houses ourselves. And because they told me to wait here, and she went to a bunch.
Okay.
But, sorry, I didn't, like, freaked out the whole time. To add to it,
She has to reiterate that she's been freaked out because she knows she's not freaked out enough. She's given too much information. I don't know. Maybe not yet. Like, maybe that would be normal, but she starts talking about Google history and all kinds of shit. Hey, Steph, everything about her is ugly. I saw, I'm trying to get videos myself, but was watching her on Alex Erickson, and she's in the garage, and she's just ugly. Like, I'm like, ow, what did you ever see in this woman? Ugh. Jessica in court too. Go skating on Dave Bish's scalp. Okay. Hi, everybody. She had some unfresh pants too. I don't even want to think about this woman's pants or anything in that general vicinity. Ugh.
we're almost positive he is with someone that he knows.
Oh, okay.
Because he searched on his phone, can my parents find me if my iPhone or if my phone is off? He also,
Yep.
and I'll let you look at this, sent my husband some crazy stuff that was like,
So okay, please explain to me. Megan says, no, she's kind of cute in my opinion, but definitely a snake demon. You think she's pretty? You like her style? Interesting. So for me, the fact that she's already searched the Google history and all of that while your child is missing, okay, that's weird to me. Like, if my child goes missing, I'm not going to be thinking about Google history and checking all of these things, right? Like, I'm going to be thinking, where is my child at? We need to get as many people as we can out here to search for my child. Here's the phones and devices so you can have somebody back at your station check it. But, like, I need everybody here searching. We don't need to be in here talking. We need to be looking. Like, that's weird to me. That she's already searched the Google and given all this information and all of that. Chucker Legs became a member. Thank you so much for becoming a member. I really appreciate that. I will grab the crazy train and pick you up on the way to Speculation Station. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate that. I hope you like Speculation Station. Genevieve Eve said her laughing about everything is a coping mechanism in subconscious fact manipulation. And I agree. Thank you so much, Chucker Legs. I like that. I like that. Okay.
so he sent my husband a message that says, do we have any bath salt? And then my husband said, for a while, ask me. And then, because my husband didn't think, what he was talking about. And it says, my friend said if I get some, we could play, and he has a Sonic there this weekend. Because he's big into, like, Nintendo Sonic.
Yeah,
whatever.
right.
And then my husband said, no. So then he said, can we play today if my tummy stops hurting? And so my husband said, call in. Then he said his brother has a car for a sleepover this Friday. So that's why we were trying to find some of the kids that we knew, we didn't know, other people.
Brothers.
Brothers that had older siblings. So that's how the whole thing got started with this Jimmy kid. We feel bad, but we didn't start that.
So another issue I've had is not necessarily with her, but I notice in these videos that the police kind of, like, the way she speaks, like, even just that, like, talking about an older brother. We're trying to find kids with older brothers. and she leaves it kind of open, and the cop fills in the term. The cop is the one who says older brothers. Like, the way she speaks, she leaves the conversation open for somebody else to fill in the words, and the cops do fill in the words a lot, and I have an issue with that. Like, I would just stand there and be quiet and let her talk herself right into the end of the end of the outcome. She would talk herself right into a trap if we wouldn't fill in the words for her. Hey, Becky P, it's good to see you. You're fine. Oh, you're okay, sweetheart. I got it. I know you got a lot going on. Hey, Miss King of Anything, good to see you. And hey, Jill, good to see you. Jill says, in my opinion, she thought she had a plan, and they had the bridge guy didn't find the suitcase by accident. She could pull it off, in my opinion. Yeah, if that guy had not been there and searched it, I think Gannon might still be missing to this day. She might have actually pulled it off. Like, it was miraculous that that guy even found it. I can't remember if we ever figured out, but wasn't the bath salts thing a lie? Like, that never happened, correct? Wasn't that some bullshit, or was it true? Like, did he really ask that before everything happened?
Everybody goes pounding on this Jimmy kid's house and looking for, people at Gaplin. And the kid was asleep, and he didn't have an older sibling, so it kind of got, how social media gets blown all out of proportion and things like that. So
social media getting blown out of proportion. Imagine that. I hope that you have a good doctor visit, Queen Olive. Total lie about the bath salts. Thank you. She made that up. Yes, it was a lie. Okay, thank you. Yeah, man. Yeah, and they trusted her here because they didn't have any reason not to. This was January 27th of 2020. Trailgazer, good to see you. Lie-tecia made that bath salt thing up. Thank you so much. I couldn't remember if it was real or not.
Yeah, so that's pretty much what we got. And then, and we did, my husband was like, go through his book bag and stuff like that, and we found like a cigar in there. It was
the cigar was a bullshit too.
a cigar.
So what is...
Assuming you used the marijuana that you know about.
No.
What is the objective here by talking about bath salts and having cigar in his book bag? Is it to make him look like a bad kid? Because obviously she had some resentment towards him, which is sick. But she had some resentment towards him to be able to do what she did, which I do believe was she beat him to death or shot him or something, for burning the carpet with a candle, if I remember correctly. Yeah, bad girl. Stepmother from Murderous Hell. Oh, yeah. I've watched Deception Detective. He's a lawyer who specializes in statement analysis. He has great tips for spotting deception. I've watched some of his stuff, and I've heard about him. I shy away from everybody who does, a lot of people who do Sebastian, because that case is just so insane, but... I know who he is, and I've watched some of his stuff. I like his stuff on the McCain little girl. She is an utter butter. Planting evidence, like she said, he went after with a knife. Yep. Cigars are for blunts. Yeah. So she's trying to make him look like a bad kid here. Truth Revealed. I haven't checked out that one. I'll have to check that one out. And Behavior Panel. I've heard of them, but I don't think I've ever watched them.
He's never even been like this. Like, he did start going to...
brothers are hanging around and smoking pot.
Well, my thing is, he is at Grand Mountain, and they're mixed with the, he's 5th grade, 11 years old, and they also have the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade there now. Now, I know the school does a really good job, because I work for the school district to separate the kids in the different, the 4th, 5th grade, 6th grade, but that doesn't...
She worked for the school? That's really scary. Oh, yeah, that's right. She had some kind of fake teaching degree. Anders, that picture is where she was with Al, and she had done her makeup really nice. And, I guess she's okay, but, just normal? I don't know. I don't wear makeup. I'm a very natural kind of person, so... people probably think I'm ugly, too, so I don't know. Her voice kills me slowly. I'm so sorry. Yeah, she couldn't teach She couldn't keep a job. Oh my goodness. I can't speak today, evidently.
I mean, they still don't need each other in
Mhm.
Larson Ranch, and that's the thing, because he does go take his bike at the Stingray Park, and, or is that the name of that little park? Whatever the park is up there,
Yeah. I understand that.
and things like that. So that's kind of like pretty much that's what we got.
Okay. Did you give our dispatcher the social?
My husband has the social. I just have like a blurry version. I don't know if I can read it.
Yeah, she did a fake lie detector test and called the people and was like trying to fake the results of the lie detector test, and they are the ones who called because she did this lie detector test online, and she was telling them to ask her, um, did you hurt your stepson, or would you hurt your stepson, and things like that. And so they called the police and were like, yo, like something's going on here. Um, and it's so sad. Like I watched part of the trial, but I feel so like my heart genuinely goes out to Al, because that man, all he did was work and try to make a better life for his family, and he thought he had somebody there that would love and take care of these children, and so he could work and be there when he could. I mean, he built him this little Lego table. I mean, just he just wanted the all-American family, and he trusted her, and she did this. Like, it's so sad. And man, Al, just to hear him testify, and then Gannon was like so small when he was born. It's so sad. This story is so sad. Megan said, so she thought she could just kill her husband's son and they just move on. She's literally insane. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Mm-hmm. COVID hit right after this and delayed everything. I do believe so. Oh, you're so sweet, Jonas. Al endured so much just to get the truth of his son's disappearance and death. He sure did. You don't feel sorry for Al? What? Why not? Jill, what's your thought process? And Becky B said, I lost all support for Al because of his VIS against the mom, Landon. I know that there was some hostility. You don't think that was influenced by Lie-tecia? Because I thought they worked together through this, and if she was having issues or something, I don't know. Yeah. Tell me what your thought processes are. There was some YouTuber who, yeah, I've heard about that. There's a big story behind that, but it's very controversial, so I don't want to get into that.
But he was like freaking out, saying, I can't go find social. I'm upset. He is.
I think it's
I
visitation.
apologize once again.
Yeah.
For the I pulled. I mean, there was something pretty urgent.
Yeah, definitely. You want to get people that are.
I'm going to see if we can tell what anything is any better now. There's definitely a cup. She was setting her phone on the other side of this tubular thing that I don't know what it is. I wanted to make sure I wasn't muted. Hold on. I can't tell what all that stuff is. I know that definitely looks like a cookbook. That's a book bag and a water bottle. Some papers. There's something on the door here, but I can't tell what that is.
He said he lost the social.
Oh,
So y'all.
let me see. Hey, Veronica. Victim impact statement. Oh, okay. Jill said the mother of his child warned him and he didn't believe her. Don't think kids' mother allowed when you go from wife to wife, in my opinion. Okay. Yeah. See, my thought process on that. Hey, Lisa. I'm glad you're here. My thought process on that is like, okay, if you take into consideration that Al, for whatever reason, at that point in time, him and his wife Landon were promiscuous or some. I don't want to say promiscuous either. Landon, if I remember correctly, was friends with Lie-tecia, and Lie-tecia, Landon, and Al all decided that one night they would have relations together, right? And then something happens, and Al leaves Landon for Lie-tecia. So Landon is probably going to be upset, hurt, and hostile. So if she's saying, I don't like Lie-tecia, she was her ex best friend. Like, it would be hard to. You would think that it's just, she's angry about everything that happened and upset, and maybe not giving Lie-tecia a chance like she should have, or she shouldn't have. But at the time, you would be thinking that it's just because there's hostilities about how everything happened, the breakup, and then him getting with Lie-tecia, which is not good. Okay, Cindy, have a good day. I mean, it's not a, I don't think he should have done that. However, it did happen. Um, I don't know. I would think that she would be concerned, uh, or she would be talking shit regardless, because she would be upset about that, and maybe he like kind of chalked it up to that. You think it's gaslighting? Do you think I'm gaslighting, or you're saying that he would have thought it was kind of gaslighting? Oh, Kimmy said, the sad part about this case is that Gannon told his school about the abuse from Tisha. 1 week later, he was dead. Everyone felt him. I had no idea he had said anything at the school. That's interesting and very sad. Becky said, Lie-tecia put up blocks so Landon couldn't speak to her kids. Sent money for Gannon's birthday, and Lie-tecia didn't use it for his birthday. Oh my goodness. I didn't know that. He told the cops she was a snake. He knew how and who Tisha was. Also, Gannon told him, damn. Becky said Al was pussy whipped and Landon was left out. I mean, pretty much, if we're going to be blunt about it, yeah, that's pretty much what happened, in my opinion. Stepmom from hell. She is gaslighting Al, yeah. Hey, Barbie. I wish these men would not have affairs with these crazy women. Any affairs never come out right at the end. Right. And especially leaving somebody for somebody you had an affair with. I mean, you're never going to be able to trust that person. It's just a recipe for disaster from the beginning. Trailgazer said, I'm all natural as well. I wore mascara and blush in high school. That was it for me for makeup. My daughters wore a little makeup at that age as well. As adults, they wear minimal when going out. Yeah, in high school, I wore eyeliner, mascara, and eyeshadow, and that's it. Hey, Rosie. Blessed Friday. Yeah, amen to that, no doubt.
Hit all the friends' houses, or at least some of the people that are out.
That we know. Is Essential on his military ID?
Was there anything missing?
No, there was
Hey, Mallory.
nothing missing. He just had his game, which he's a huge, like crazy Mario, Sonic. He had that with him, and that's it. I mean, that's all we seen missing, because Nelson immediately said, "Go look for the guns." And like I immediately went in there, and I couldn't find one, so I was panicking. But you know how you're looking for something, and it's right there.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, oh my God, it's gone. And then I realized, like, okay, it was hid behind some clothes, whatever. So all the guns are accounted for.
I mean, clothing wise.
Oh yeah, no, we didn't see anything.
Toiletries.
Nope.
Does he have like a wallet that he carries around? Like school ID?
The phone was with the wallet.
Okay, like one of the attached case, like that.
Yeah, an actual wallet.
Oh, okay.
His phone was with the wallet, and he had left it in his room.
And is the phone turned off of y'all? Has anybody tried the phone?
Well, I have his phone. He left the phone here with the wallet.
Oh, okay.
That's how we went through.
So how do you know? So he must have used somebody else's Facebook. Is that what you're thinking? That like he logged in somebody else's and asked that question? If can my parents find me, or was that on?
No,
No.
it was in his search history.
It was in his
today.
search history prior to this happening. So
Okay.
he had already searched this information. He had deleted a bunch of things too, because it would have one thing searched for one day specific, and it was like, okay, we know you're on YouTube, we know you're on this, you should be, whatever. And there was a lot of messages deleted, for example, his grandma or Nana, he had everything deleted. But we've reached out to all them, and he hasn't been in contact with.
Now, keep in mind, like I'm listening as she's saying this, all of these things are things that she did. She went in there and searched in Gannon's phone, can my parents find me if I don't do this or whatever she's saying. She deleted his call history. She deleted the messages from Nana. Hey, Justice Jane, I apologize. Like I said, I can't talk it today. Hey, Lydia, good to see you. Miss Scorpio said, now she sounds like somebody who's on substances. I don't think she was ever on substances, but man, she sure sounds like it. Yeah. I don't think she ever was. I think she was just messed up from the beginning. It was like she couldn't stop killing him. Such an overkill for a little boy. Yeah, she took out every bit of her hostility and anger on him. And it's scary. Like, how could you ever? And you look, she has children of her own. She has a child of her own who, thank God, is perfectly fine. And from what I understand, or last I heard, was doing well. And then there's the smaller child of Al and Landon's that's younger than Gannon that she practically raised. And I think that's the only reason she didn't hurt that child. But, like, I'll never understand these people who have children of their own can look into the eyes of another child and do that, something like that. Like, Jesus. So she never contacted anybody but Al. Didn't she also contact the neighbors, though? The neighbors were out looking, right? I think. But, you know, Kathleen, she doesn't seem very smart. But like we were saying earlier, it is chance that his body was found in that suitcase under that bridge in Florida. I swear it was like, let's just go ahead and do this. I don't know if it'll pull it up or not, but sorry, I can't talk while I'm typing. So it tells us about that. I remember the because I watched the trial. It says Gannon Stauch was found deceased in a suitcase in Florida on March 17th, St. Patrick's Day of 2020. His stepmother, Lie-tecia, was found guilty of his murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole on May 8th of 2023. Bloodstains were found on his mattress, carpet, baseboards, and electrical socket by his bed, and Lie-tecia attempted to clean the blood using vinegar and baking soda. Let me see. Hold on. I'm trying to find where they talk about finding. Look at him. Look at that baby. Oh my goodness. Look at him with his haircut. That stupid monster. Okay, it might be up here. Okay. Evidence showed that she had enlisted the help of her 17-year-old daughter to purchase cleaning supplies, but her daughter didn't know. Let me reiterate that. That included trash bags, baking soda, and carpet cleaner. Gannon's body was found nearly 2 months later on March 17th of 2020. It was found by a maintenance worker under the Escambia Bay Bridge in Pace, Florida, over 1,300 miles from his home. Investigators believe Lie-tecia initially dumped his body in a remote location near Colorado Springs before transporting it to Florida in a rented van. It doesn't say, but I remember, like, we might end up talking about the trial some. I'll try to find it, but that maintenance worker talks about, like, it was literally by the graces of God that he even found him that quick, because they don't hardly ever search that area. Mercedes, I got your email, but I haven't had a chance to respond yet. Thank you for that. That was really sweet. Mercedes said, by bringing up the Google searches, it's like she's trying to plant seeds that he maybe ran away, and that's why she checked the history. You know what? Yep.
Boom, 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 bam.
I like to play that clip. Yes, exactly. No one told her about hydrogen peroxide. I know. I don't know who don't know about that, especially with young girls. Raising young teenage girls. I don't know how you don't know about that trick. Thank you, bad girl. I know, he was so cute. Oh my gosh, don't we have a hike, a trip to a pet store, a trip back home? Oh my gosh, so many things. I don't know if I can listen to this woman again. Oh, girl, I know. He was happy. And he did get justice. The best part of the trial to me was Kevin Clark, the timeline guy. Yep. I don't know how the police didn't smell any of the cleaning. She had to be cleaning really fast. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. She hated the happiness that little boy had and the love he had from his parents. Yep, I agree. Rosie said she disrespected the court when she was on trial by sleeping, covering her hair. If I was the judge, I would have made her sit up and listen. Yep. The fact that Gannon was in the suitcase in the storage and closet room under boxes when police did the initial search just infuriated me. She followed law enforcement around throughout the house while they looked. Yep, that's what we're looking at. We're going to see it. The bridge needed an inspection, and I think there was gators also. Yeah, and it's like they're only inspected like once every 3 years. So maybe he would have been found by now, but like it would have been a long time. Twisted Quill, hello and welcome, and thank you for becoming a member. That was so sweet and supportive of you, and I really appreciate that. I will grab the crazy train and pick you up on the way to Speculation Station. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Thank you so much for that, Twisted Quill. Hey, Joe Neal. This bish, right? Hey, Curious Christine. Cara said she hated Gannon's birth mother and wanted all trace of Gannon's mother erased from their lives. And yeah, that's what I think, but she didn't hurt the little girl, the baby, the younger one, you know? Barbie said, I know she told them about the candle, but I'm sure the room smelled. It should have smelled like cleaning supplies because that's what she had done. Like she had spent so much time cleaning. Miss Scorpio Rising just gifted another Speculation Station membership, and that went to Crystal Burns. Crystal, if you are here and you are aware that Miss Scorpio gifted you a membership, please tell her thank you, and I'll grab the crazy train and pick you up on the way to Speculation Station. I'm going off the rails on a crazy train. Thank you so much, Miss Scorpio. That was so sweet and supportive of you. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, the smoke from the fire. Megan said, I knew she was guilty when they aired her interview on the news with her back facing the camera. Yeah, I'm so glad that cameraman put all that shit out there where she's like making herself cry and stuff. I'm glad that we got some good detectives that catch on to the bullshit.
You know, with any of them because they all live on the East Coast.
Oh, okay.
So.
Was there any family issues that other than,
No,
the strange thing was asking about the battle?
What happened last night? So, he was upset about last night because he's grinding from
You know,
like I told you.
You know, Curious Christine says that candle story was such BS. I poured candles at Cascade Candle for years. It didn't cause the fire from a candle in glass tipping over. It doesn't. I've poured candles. I've made candles. I was into that for a little while. I do all these things. I get into things, y'all. And I'll get really into it for a little while, and then I'm not into it anymore. But for a while there, I was into making candles, and I've never seen anything like that happen. And I remember thinking that when I heard that story. I was like, I don't know how that would catch on fire. That doesn't make... Yeah, the wick would have drowned as soon as the wax hit it. Exactly. Joe Neal says, as an Army vet, let me say how tremendously the father failed this kid. Oh, man. Thank you for your service. See, I've been reading comments because I like to have everybody's thoughts, opinions, and speculations. I feel really bad for Al. I feel like he was working so much and just trying to make a better life, you know. Oh, okay. Thank you, Janie. Let me turn it off. I think he was trying to make a better life, you know, and he was just working a lot. So, I don't know. I've always felt really bad for him. Cara said, remember when she was all nasty about it and then went, wait, can we redo that? And it was all said, yep. And it would have stuck and melted to the carpet. Right. Hey, Rosie. Oh, I think I said hey to you. Yeah, he is. Everything weird happened that day to justify all the crap she did and expected normal people to believe her BS. Yeah. And Kathleen came in. Catherine, sorry, and Janie, thank y'all for being here. Yes, ma'am. I always wonder if that fan is loud, so like I hadn't heard anything, so thank you for letting me know. Yeah, she was already looking online to date other guys too, cause she can't work, you know. Not her. Oh no, she's not gonna go get a job. She's got to have somebody support her. You didn't know? She's too bougie for that. The army does a lot to help families. A lot, really. See, I don't know these things. I mean, to be fair, it was kind of, I don't know how to say it, like, it was bad that they had like a threesome and then he leaves his wife for the girl they had a threesome with. Like, I don't know. I've always thought that was bad. But other than that, I've always felt really bad for him. Thank you for your service, Joe. Her story is never the same. All right, I'm going to play it. I know I've been talking, running my mouth.
So I was trying to switch.
No,
And-
yeah, there was a restriction. Yeah, you said that, but it was
okay.
lifted.
So yeah, it was lifted today.
Uh-huh.
But last night he had. Okay, so we have two little small dogs, and he has really bad problems with his stomach because he takes Vyvanse every day. So
You know, Chow, I make soaps too. We make our own soaps and I sell them and I like working with the French and pink and red clays and stuff. Yeah. I love doing that. That's what I'm into right now. You know, in a year I might be back into candles. Who knows? Catherine said, I wish the police would have found him in the house. I do too. I do too. Hey Ryan, I do feel bad for Al, but I agree he felt Gannon. He had to know what a crazy bitch Tisha is. And to be fair, like yeah, she's a crazy bitch, but like would you think that she would hurt a child? You know, especially she has kids of her own.
when he doesn't, the weekends.
Was
when
that like his the medication that was the ADHD?
for ADHD, right?
Okay.
So the weekends we don't give it to him. So on the weekends when you don't give it to him, your stomach starts to kind of work. Anyway, needless to say, messes his stomach up. We went on a hike yesterday. And he like pooped in his pants like 3 times. You're supposed to give it to him every day, but if we go on a hike, I try not to because he'll be
Yeah,
like zombie and
right.
not, hiking and stuff like that. So he thought. So he said this is what he told me and his sister. She's already asleep now. She's on.
Mm-hmm.
But he told me and his sister that he thought somebody was coming downstairs, so he immediately like tried to hide it. He knocked the candle over and it set the fire.
There it is.
Carpet downstairs on fire.
Uh-huh.
Now it was nothing big. It was
Right.
about like a 12 by 12 spot.
Uh-huh.
So I honestly wasn't even going to tell my husband. We went in there. We were like going to cut it out and like just replace it.
Yeah.
Tell him later, not like in the
I
moment.
get you. I get you.
You know, like freak out because if I called you and said someone burned down the carpet, you're freaking out. You know.
Yeah, you said fire, so I was
Yeah,
thinking too. Yeah.
exactly. So I
That cop is getting on my damn nerves with the, oh, yeah, you said fire. Like he's fanboying over this woman. I don't like it. She is a freaking liar, Mallory. Absolutely. I don't like the way that cop is like fanboying over her. But I mean, again, in this moment, they didn't know. Like they had no reason to suspect anything. They thought he was just missing.
just took the covers that he was. I took
Hey,
the
no
covers
way.
that he was laying down, like had, and I just like threw it on there because I got my daughter out and the dog's out. She was working, and it was
You're
something.
gonna have everybody now.
I know it was something that we were just like.
Oh, let me. She deserves this.
Get a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit, a bullshit.
I wonder where that little boy is now. How old he is. Cara said it reminds me of the cops joking with Brian Laundrie. See, I know about that case, but I didn't get real into it. Janie said it's probably hard to tell if this is over explanation. If this over explanation is her personality or a red flag. You got a point. Joe said he just didn't ask for the proper help. Every guy over the age of 25 in the Army has kids. That includes Al's bosses. He could have gotten the kid to safety. I agree with that. I agree with that. They're probably faking it to see her reactions. That could be true. Trailgazer said she asked for that interview, then refused to answer questions about the case. She wanted to complain about the negative comments she was receiving on social media to the reporter. She did. Absolutely right. A bullshit. Jill said there were enough red flags. Didn't she offend one of the officers of Al in Alaska? Yes, she did. And then the breaking in the house. Yep. She said that guy was flirting with her and made him have to leave his whole entire post. But they won't admit it because that will require self-reflection. Someone who is at the it's everyone's fault over mine stage is nowhere near the self-reflecting stage, right? And it's very important to self-reflect and try to be better every single day. Bad girl said, how can she be so giddy? It's because she knew Gannon was gone and out of her life forever. What the fuck? You're right.
Did he take his bike?
No.
Okay, because somebody saw a little.
Oh, wow, Car.
They posted it, but I didn't know if he brought it.
Well, he did, unless he took it sooner and brought it back because Lena ends up getting the bike
Okay.
and rides the bike because hers had broke.
You're
When
right.
She ran into him. I say ran into him as in not physically,
Right.
but she slipped.
I want to know what this is on the wall. I don't mean to keep pausing, but I suppose that's what we're going to do. If you want to watch it without the pausing, the video is on my channel. So this is some kind of, it looks like a license plate that says, it definitely says Army. ARMY, and there's a seal here. I don't know what the top says. Oh, maybe it looks like these are states. So maybe those are all the states he's been in because he's in the Army or something. That's actually kind of cool. Like for people who are in the Army, it's got the thing that says Army above it, and then you can show all the states you've been to because of the job. Interesting.
Somehow got his bike because hers wouldn't work. So he could have at one point.
Okay.
Yeah.
They were supposed to go
What
to
color's the bike?
dinner.
Blue and black.
They
And
thought
he
he
has
was
black
friend's
Dakota?
house. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna start sleeping
We
so
got
early.
we have him on one
And then
he
he was
we
never there.
there's
And he
one
never went
picture
there.
someone sent he was on
Okay.
and he was taking the switch.
Do you mind if my partner looks around the house real quick?
Yeah, yeah.
Because kids, they hide. And
Thank you.
Oh yeah.
They can hide for hours. And
Yeah,
you'd be
no, we've
surprised.
already checked the
Is there any other kids?
the ADT, the
There's
moving. Yeah, there's kids here. I say kids here.
There's
You're-
my sister and 2 dogs in the
Okay.
room up here.
Grab her. Too.
Yeah, no, he's definitely he was out.
So we're going to get to look at the house again. I see a lot of you are saying, like Joe says, I do feel bad for him, but he was busy doing him, not defending his child. And then, like Mallory saying, it's hard to understand how Al justified her crazy behavior for so long. I feel bad for Al though, as well. I see a lot of you saying that. I never thought about it that way, honestly. Do you think that maybe he was attached to Harley and so maybe dealt with it to kind of try to be a father figure for Harley and keep her safe? There's too much to explain here, but Al's bosses would get in trouble for not helping him, especially with the family. Oh, I believe that. I believe that 100%. But I don't know if he knew that he needed help necessarily. Like maybe he thought he had it under control. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Claims to have 180 IQ, and she's a doctor. She's always smartest in the room. Yep. Okay. Well, welcome back, Cindy. She probably played not crazy in front of him. That's probably true, too. But there was signs. He knew. I mean, to be fair.
Out there because they left and blah blah blah. Somewhere wherever my wallet is at.
Dang, I saw a purse. I like to see what's on the counters and things. Hold on.
They left and blah blah blah. Somewhere wherever my wallet is at.
There's a purse there. And then cups from like going out to eat, maybe a tablet or a remote or something. All the chairs in the dining room are flipped up onto the table, it appears. You know how you flip the table chairs up when you mop under it? So I mean, that's a sign of either just cleaning or y'all don't ever use the dining room. Okay, Harley and him were very close. Okay. I mean, I think Al knew she was crazy, but probably thought he had it under control. My mom had borderline, so I've been around somebody similar to her. I've been around people with borderline personality disorder as well. And I'm sorry, that's a hard thing to deal with. No sign that this will take place. I don't know, bad girl, but if she does, if Harley does talk to her mom in prison, that's her mom at the end of the day. Grab the magnifying glass. Yeah. I can see everything pretty good. It looks like a remote that's sitting on top of a tablet, a drink. That's either a dish or a container or some kind of lamp. There's lots of water bottles, a purse, and all the chairs are flipped upside down on the table. Stools or something. Like, so you can get up under it and sleep and stuff real good. There's a shoe on the floor or a dog toy on that rug. Okay.
So, just tell me a timeline. I know you said that y'all were gonna go eat at 6.
Yeah, so it
They were
was.
supposed to meet y'all back here, but you went down there because you started sleeping.
Right. So
What happened between that and the time you got out of school?
Hey, ha ha ha, question mark, eggplant, bit emoji. Good to see you. Ha 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 says, Harley has cut off her mother and they do not speak. Thank you. Joe says, I'm actually being very kind to him here. He has a smart job in the Army, too. He willed everything to be the way he wanted, but it didn't work. I don't disagree with you. Now Harley advocates for rising above your parents. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I never had my dining room closed like a diner either. Yeah, I agree with you, Joe, and I get it. Absolutely.
Okay, so 3:15ish, 3:20ish, they usually come in every day and they have to like ride laps or something, like physical activities or something like that. But since his stomach was hurting, his daddy told him he could go ahead and get his switch time back. So that's pretty much it. They usually get snacks, and we always required him
Did she legitimately just say when they come in at 3:15 they have to do laps? Like, are we making the kids physically do exercise every day after school? Really? Her Google searches are straight psycho. Find me a rich guy who will pay me to watch his kids. Wow. Full face what? Trauma after watching someone get shot. Are you serious? I didn't even know about that. That's crazy. Yeah, I heard that. That was messed up. I don't even mean violence. Her behavior was such that he needed to act. I agree. And she did lie on Harley.
hey, you have to go outside, like all these things. So
Pretty active then, huh?
Yeah.
So, he did that. He didn't do that.
Yeah.
He said his stomach was hurting. What happened instead of him doing that?
instead of doing what?
Doing
He said
that.
he had already talked to my husband about being off restriction, so he said he was going to his friend's house.
Right.
And what time he left at 3:30?
I don't know the exact time because I was correcting his carpet thing downstairs. And
Okay. So he. left
and
at that
he's
time.
free. Like my husband's like very more free than I am with the situation. Like I kind of always like.
Dang.
Okay. So he.
I want to see what's in the cabinet.
My husband's like very more
We got food
than I am with the situation. Like
right there with the light on. I don't know if it'll show me. There's like one item on the top shelf and that's it. Maybe it's the cleaning supply closet.
I kind of always like, whose house you going to? Give me that number. That's how.
Hey, a name.
But like he's like, oh, as long as their neighbor ride, they can ride bikes. Everyone's together type thing.
Right.
So yeah. So all the time they go and ride and meet friends. That's how we knew to go
Right.
to people's house. Cause sometimes
What
we
time
didn't
did you
know.
notice that he left? To
Mm-hmm.
Go? I mean, what time? I mean, between the 3:15 and
Well,
when did you notice he left?
I came back up here at like maybe like 4 o'clock and.
He was already gone.
Right, but then Lena came back in the house, which is the sister, and she said that she had to get his bike because her bike wasn't working, so he gave her his bike for it.
Okay.
Yeah, so
So he left before.
Yeah.
Between 3:15 and 4. Okay.
Does he normally leave out the front door? Or would he have normally left out the front door?
or the garage. It's
Okay.
free to do both, or the back because he takes trash out.
But we have a lock on that now, so.
All right. Well, the only reason I asked, it looked like there was a ring doorbell.
Yeah,
camera.
we already. That's how I told you that we already knew that he had left.
Okay.
So that's a good point. Ha ha ha. Ha ha said she did this stuff to get out to come home. She wanted attention. They didn't live together until their last year of marriage, and that's when her true colors showed and marriage fell apart. And that's something I hadn't thought about. The fact that, yeah, like I think they were together for a little bit. They lived together for a little bit in Alaska, but like being in the Army, you are away a lot. So was she able to fake basically fake it till you make it in front of him until they're actually together every single day, and then he finally started to question things. Hey, Canes, Nana. Walls were closing in. Yeah, she did the fake panic attack, and nobody cared. No one thinks that their husband or wife is going. Yeah, I mean, exactly. Kids get home from school and should actually take a 20 to 30-minute nap to rest their brain. Right, like doing laps? Come on now, that's a bit much. She knew Al was going to be ending this relationship soon, so she can't be alone and left. There's no way if she was going to be able to do that. That's a good point. What is horrible is right as this is happening, Gannon is likely in the storage room downstairs. They were so close so many times to finding him. Yeah, I've heard that it's in this video. We're going to try to see. False reports, break-ins, assaults, and everything. Yeah. She kept Al around literally by dangling the truth about what happened to his son for weeks. Yep. We'll have to do that. Her mask slipped. Yep.
Yeah.
And what time is that? Just so we have it. For
We don't have the video recording. We just have like the thing go off on the ring.
Oh, okay.
We don't pay the fee.
Okay.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can go ahead and get ready.
Oh yeah.
We're not paying the fee for the Ring camera, but we're buying all of these things and all of this stuff.
That's right. I was looking for all.
Yeah, you're fine.
Did I bring my thing in here? Actually, it might be in here.
Y'all. Oh, okay. See, I have to, again, that's the old 15 years old, almost 16, and I've still got to tell her to shut the glass door. Lord have mercy. And them kids shut that glass door by themselves. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Sorry. I feel Harley and Gannon are the two that kept this relationship going as long as it did. Yeah? $60 a year. Right. Yep. I'm not sure. She might have drank occasionally, but
You can just give him your name and date of birth.
oh wow. I didn't know that. Bad girl says no, thank you. She did prescriptions. Okay. Hey Carolina, good to see you.
Would he have left his phone? Yeah.
I'm sorry?
Would he normally left his phone here? Or does he take it with him often anywhere?
It kinda so depends on what we tell him. If they were to say like, oh yeah, you can take your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Take it.
Does he have service?
He does.
Is that his phone?
Yeah. This one's his phone.
Oh wow.
This is mine. It might be in that big pile of those.
If she's looking for ID, just go grab her name and date of birth.
I think it might be. I'm just waiting on him because it might be in the
I can just get your name and date of birth.
All right, now we're going through the house.
Yeah.
I know it was 2 book bags, but I'm going to back it up.
Just get your name and date of birth.
So we have, thank you, Hio Sandra, our lovely mod, told me how to put this extension, I had to make sure I wasn't muted, on here so that we have a magnifying glass now. Thank goodness. So that's, looks like 2 book bags. Or a book bag sitting on top of a little shelf. That's going to be the thermostat or a picture.
Ma'am?
Huh?
I was like, it's okay. We can just get your name and date of birth real
Oh,
quick.
okay, okay. That's why I was like, it might be in the console.
Dang, it was clearer just a second ago.
If she's looking for ID, just go grab her name and date of birth.
I think it might be. I'm just waiting on him
I
because
can
it might be in the
I can just get your name and date of birth.
Ah, I took it back too far. Hold on.
Huh?
I was like, it's okay. We can just get your name and date of birth.
So even here, she's acting weird. They're like trying to call her back in, um, to give her name and date of birth. Like they're like, ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. He just spilled the script and it was all gone, and she was up for days on end. Interesting. Really? So that is straight psychopathy. Booze and drugs can cause psychopathic behavior, right? But yeah, there was no, from what I understand, none of that. Short acting ADHD med. I think so. I'm pretty sure it's for ADHD.
Oh, okay. That's all. Like, I made it in the hospital.
Okay, so it looks like we've got a package on the counter, the thing above where you go down to where Gannon's room was. That says USA, so this is all like a little military service shelf thing. Hmm. Then we got what, a room in there? Maybe that's their room by the front door. The light.
Alright, so Sasha TCIA.
Here is the TV, and then that's a shelf where stuff is. I don't know. I don't like that. That seems like, I don't know. I don't like the way that living room's set up. If she was drinking any alcohol while on prescription meds, that's going to cause psychosis. Maybe. Because Alf's on the phone outside with one of the officers, right? Yeah, that's what it goes into next. She's just a demon. I agree. Yeah, it's akin to Adderall. Yep. I don't think his mayonnaise was all gone. The bottle was categorized by one of the forensics cops. The blind gal testified the meds catalog day 9 of trial, possibly. Okay, we'll look it up. Adderall comes in short and long. Yeah. I'm sure Al, like most people, thought that she wouldn't be capable of doing anything like this to his kid, in my opinion. I agree, 100%. Blonde. Okay, I was like, wait a minute. How is a blonde lady categorizing anything? But okay. Thank you. They had a room on the main floor, and so did Lana. Gannon and Harley were in the basement. Thank you. I never heard of this case. What kind of service was she in? Oh, Cindy, her husband Al was in the army, pretty high up, in the army, and the stepmother killed the son horrifically. Yeah, I watched the trial. He was very emotional about it. Oh wow, I've heard of the Glare, but I've never watched him. I watched the trial too.
Stauch.
It was hard to hear Al testify.
TCIA.
TCIA.
Okay, Cindy, Gannon Stauch was murdered by his step-momster, who is the woman in the jacket with the lines, Lie-tecia. Her name's Lie-tecia. We call her Lie-tecia. He was murdered by her January 27th, I do believe, of 2020. He was beaten, and I think she shot him, just to get her husband. Basically, she thought she was going to take out the kid and they would live happily ever after. She has a daughter who is blacked out in this footage right here, and then there's a younger child too. That's not hers, that's her husband's, and that was the sister of Gannon.
Stauch. And Stauch. And
And stabbed.
South Carolina.
Hey, Bella.
Accent, huh?
Yeah, that's the accent.
And then a middle initial or name for out of states.
Is the other dog? Yeah, no.
What's your middle name?
I mean, no, it is down there. Huh?
Middle name?
It's my maiden name. So it's Hardin, Hardin.
1 out of 71, once on one verbal out of South Carolina.
And the number you called.
Last is going to be Sam,
There's a book bag, a water bottle, and a cup.
Tom, Adam, Union, Charles, Henry. First of Tom, Edward, Charles, Ida, Adam, middle, Henry.
Okay, so we got cleaning. Let me make sure. Thought I was muted again. Miss Scorpio, thank you for gifting a membership. That was so sweet and supportive of you. I really appreciate it. That went to Missy. Missy, if you are here and you are aware you were gifted from Miss Scorpio Rising, please tell Miss Scorpio Rising thank you. Thank you, Miss Scorpio Rising. You're so sweet. I really appreciate that. Um, I'm going to grab the crazy train and pick you up on the way to Speculation Station.
I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
Thank you so much, Miss Scorpio. Basil just come over for some attention, so he was very happy about that too. So thank you. She is sick and twisted. Beyond sick and twisted. So there appears to be cleaning supplies. Let me make it where y'all can see it a little better. Cleaning supplies. It says home in the corner there, caddy corner. There's some water bottle or like the vinegar oil thing, toaster, oven, towels hanging from the oven. Everything's blurry. I can't tell what's over there by the sink. Dishes and probably kitchen utensils. There's a blue thing here. That could be an iPad, it looks like. And there's water bottles and containers on the counter.
Yeah, her telephone number.
Dang it, I keep pausing it when it's not clear. Oh my gosh. Not that far.
171 wants
Oh.
something verbal out of South Carolina.
And the number you called.
Yeah.
That's the accent, huh?
Yeah, that's the accent.
They might not have
Well,
several people that called.
Phone number?
Right.
what is over here on this shelf? Why would you put stuff on the shelf right there where people need to put their hands? More cleaning supplies. Some kind of little calendar looking thing. Joe and you have claustrophobia. Yeah. Or when the detectives get so close to you like they are in your space, that makes me nauseous. Yeah. Look at her. That's what she looks like. Like, she's ugly AF to me. I think she is ugly. Like, it's almost like I could see the demon in her right now. Them sunken in eyes. That mouth. Ugh. Like, baggy, sad, puffy eyes. I don't know. Landing strip forehead. I could land a whole damn bomber plane on that forehead there. Back it up. We got a lamp, a little storage container with a picture on it.
Do you have a picture of him on your phone?
Hey, Abellis. Hey, Kalisa. Good to see y'all.
Can you?
The ones we all have are like mostly him and his sister together. I mean, can you crop that out or is it?
Yeah, if you want to too. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, on your phone, you can send it.
So this is the one that everyone has been sending. Is this one? Do you want me to send it to who?
Yeah,
Yeah.
his phone. And then go ahead and get that information for the information I sent you. On there after you get the picture.
Trailgazer said first he was burned. His arms were probably worse than she says. He must have been in so much pain from the burns. Yeah, I heard that. She's evil through and through. Probably stinks like a boys' locker room. Yep. Wait until you watch her trial if you all haven't already. Gannon's autopsy photos were the worst things I've seen an adult do to the child. She was interviewed on my birthday. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I can drop the link if anybody wants to come up. I'm sorry. If y'all ever want me to drop the link or you want to come up, just tell me. Like, just be like, drop the link and I'll drop it. Hold on. There we go. I'll pin it. So if anybody wants to come up and talk, you're more than welcome. I always forget to do that. You can't jump off a boat into the ocean? I could. I wouldn't want to. Yeah, and she kept saying he didn't complain about the burns. I mean, maybe he knew it wouldn't have she wouldn't have done anything, so there was no point in telling her that it hurt. But yeah, I heard they were pretty bad. Right. Cuz she didn't give a shit, Veronica, in my opinion. Oh, thank you, Jane, for saying thank you. I really appreciate that. She does. No, no, she did this 100%. She lied. Yep. Lie-tecia.
Alright, what? Do you
Stand
wanna
by.
listen?
Sure. I just got a new phone number, so I
Okay.
don't remember what it is.
So this is a dog bed. I'm nosy, y'all. I just like to know what's in the room.
If you wanna, while I do this, if you wanna try and find the driver's license,
Yeah.
they're not finding you.
It's it's LE. If you're running me in, like instead of TECI, it's LETECIA.
Okay.
Like Letitia.
Why is she lying about her name? And the way you could hear the way he said okay just then, like he's already sus.
171.
Yep.
Can you try Lincoln Edward, Tom Edward, Charles Ida Adam for the first name?
Like, why would you lie about the way your name is spelled? He's smelling something funky, I think. He's starting to. Carolina said, Letitia has a legion of demons inside her. I Googled symptoms of an adult taking Vyvanse, and it was everything she's going through insomnia, paranoia, staying up for days, violent tendencies. Oh, wow. Oh, Fawny's fearful of the ocean. Oh, I get it. Died in the afternoon. Thank you, guys. Coming through with the facts. Oh, they went to Sonic. It's a Sonic cup. That looks like a dog leash, which would be normal. Tablet, some kind of paper. Looks like a bill or something. It's Sonic cups. They went to Sonic. Yo, to each their own, but fast food's really bad for you. Like you should try to cook at home. It saves money and it saves your life. I'll just leave it at that. Stop eating out so much, ma'am. Like Tisha. She ain't eating out no more, though. I know that. Hannah, thank you so much for sharing your milestone. You have been a member for 2 whole months. That is so amazing. Thank you so much for that. You are not late. You got here right when you were meant to be here. Thank you so much. Yes, someone is on the phone with Al outside, another officer. That's going to play right after this one, and then we get to see it again. Hey, Abellis. Good to see you.
Hello,
Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good.
I'm so sorry I fell asleep. I wanted to be here at 10:30.
Oh, that's okay. You need to get you some rest, girl, if you're tired.
I know, but this case fascinated me.
Really? You know a lot about it?
Yeah, I have to remember. It's been a
Yeah.
while, but
Yeah. I,
uh, sorry, go ahead.
oh, no, I don't mean to keep cutting you off. I watched the trial, but I don't know a lot. Like, I never went back through the body cams and stuff.
Right. Yeah, the Sonic Cup. Gannon was Gannon loved the Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh,
So whenever people talked about Gannon, there's always blue hearts and hedgehogs because that was his favorite thing. Just like Maddie loved purple
turtles.
and
Yeah.
turtles. So it's the same idea.
Okay. I need to make I need to make emojis for everybody. So we need to do a blue heart Sonic emoji for Gannon.
Yeah,
Okay.
that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Hi, chat. Hi, Basil.
He's laying down behind me. He's got his feet on my back.
I
Hey,
just
see
thought,
you.
sorry, I just thought I'd come up just to be chatty with you.
Yeah. I appreciate it. I like it when you come up. You're so lovely and knowledgeable and your voice is so soothing to everybody. Everybody loves it. Hey, Heel Sandra.
Oh my goodness. Thank you. Leo.
She's streaking through the chat, she said. All right. So tell me if you want me to pause or if you see anything you want to point out because you probably know better than I do.
Okay, thanks.
Okay.
Probably not, but okay.
Has anybody been saying anything on the Facebook post or whatever that we're talking about?
Just that they're looking.
Okay. Nothing.
I accidentally let it lock. I'm sorry.
Greasy hair and all.
Yeah, like
She's so
I
gross.
I could get the greasy hair when you're in jail because like the water is horrific and like you can only get like horrific shampoo and conditioner there, but like she's out, she spends a lot of money at like Victoria like on stuff, on items, on and like you ain't got no better shampoo.
Mm,
Stop.
She's very materialistic, this thing.
Thank you. Yes, materialistic was what I was looking for.
She
Uh
once said, I'm fashion. People used to laugh at her because of her jacket and whatever. And oh, I'm fashion.
yeah, that jacket is hideous. I think it's absolutely ugly. Basil is behind me. He's got his feet on my back. The house is really cluttered. There's no like woman's touch, if you know what I mean. I do. I do. There's no pictures on the wall. There's no, yeah, everything's cluttered. Right. Yeah, exactly. She spent money to make money on Poshmark. Oh, stop it. Did she really? Like she would buy stuff and then sell it on Poshmark? That's crazy.
All right, you ready?
Snorting the meds.
Yeah.
I'm sending you that picture, right? Okay. Here we go.
I don't know. I'm not like y'all. I'm trying to tell you, you might look at me and think I'm the ugliest person you ever seen. And I'm not trying to pick on somebody's looks, but I just think she is so ugly. And I guess it's her personality that makes me think that she's just ugly to me.
Yeah. She is. She's evil. So it comes out her pores.
Yeah, I think so.
Messages.
All right.
Oh, did you see? I'm going to back it up a little bit. The way she looked at him, you could see the nervousness.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready?
Watch when she looks at him.
I'm sending you that picture, right? Okay.
See, she's scatterbrained because she's so nervous.
Here we go. Messages.
All right.
Yeah.
She is scared. I could see it.
She attacks people too. She bashed in one of the cops who were driving her back from North Carolina, I think, or South Carolina. I forget where she was. South Carolina.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. She
Yeah.
started hitting the officer and was saying, "Stop, stop talking to me or stop looking at me
Yeah.
or something." Yeah.
With a can of Monster. I don't know how she got hold of it. I think she slipped her cuffs. No, I know she slipped her cuffs and pardon me. She grabbed something behind her seat and it was a can of Monster and she bashed the girl in.
Yeah. Which I think she was doing that to try to go for like an insanity plea or something.
Well, she
Um,
was trying to escape. She was trying to open the door and they were driving at like 60 miles an hour or whatever.
oh
It's crazy.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I interrupted you. You were going to say something.
Oh no, no, you're good. I can't tell the body cam footage from here, but I'll check my email because in my email it said it. I think it's January 27th, but I don't know what time. I'll have to check it and get back to you. Maybe after the lab I can check it.
That Gannon passed?
When she was asking when this footage was taken, like what's the time frame? It might be on the one in the call in the car. I think
Um,
I know it's the evening of January 27th, but I don't know exactly what time. I would think like 7 or 8, probably.
Yeah, can't remember. I don't know if you mentioned that or if you know, but the girl behind her is Harley, her daughter.
Yes. Thank you. I
Sorry,
don't know if.
I'm behind, so I don't know what you guys have seen already.
Oh, no, no, you're good. I hadn't mentioned that. I hadn't thought to mention it. And I appreciate you pointing that out because, yeah, I hadn't mentioned that. So for people who don't know, that's good for them to know. She
And
was
she's an adult now, so
Yeah, she is. They were talking in chat about how she doesn't talk to her mother, and she advocates for people to rise above their like what their circumstances are. Bye,
right.
Michael. Sorry, I saw that Michael Green Chili Chicken's leaving, so I hope you have a good day.
Bye, Michael. I like Michael. He's fun.
Yeah,
Everybody's fun.
I know. I
Right.
love our chat.
Me too.
Becky said she was trying to escape and reached for her gun as well. Curious Christine said she wrote on her cell walls with blood, but she wasn't cut. Oh.
Yes.
She also threw feces and water at somebody. Wow.
She's so gross.
She
I keep
is.
saying that, but she. Oh,
Oh my God. Ma'am. The way she looked at him, that pause, it's
yeah.
just.
Just give him an old one.
Negative. I have a OLN for you.
It's resting bitch face, I think is what it is.
That's me.
The dog
So
is
y'all
cute.
contacted all the friends that y'all
It's,
know about at this point.
oh, I see him. Yeah, he is cute.
I think that's Sadie. I think they had two.
Okay.
Sadie and someone else. Forget now.
I hope that they're in better homes now and taken
Right.
care of. Ugh,
Yeah.
that's gross. Basil, you can't get my feet. Chance. That was it. I remember hearing the name Chance.
Right. Thanks, Becky.
She has a square face. I'm skeptical of square faces.
At this point, parents, any of them saying anything that you know about that they said they haven't seen him today as well, nothing like that. Okay. Nothing other than him taking his switch, his game thing. Um, Nothing else
See, if
that
that
you
was me, I'd be petting the dog. You don't stand a foot away from an animal and not touch it.
Right. And
To
and
me,
the right, and the way she's just looking around like she looked at the dog. I thought she was going to hurt the dog for a second. Like she just has these devious zone like she's zoning out not and just looks devious.
yeah, she is.
Look, I'm going to back it up just a little bit. Like the way she stares at the dog for a second.
contacted all the friends that y'all know about.
Like that right there, she
Yeah,
looked I was like, "Damn, are you about to smack it?" And she just stares and it's just devious. Like there's no soul in those eyes.
no,
Horrific. Lie-tecia is one of those women who look horrifying in real life versus their social media filter photos. You're absolutely right about that. Yeah, she does seem bored almost, Janie.
Nothing other than him
Look at
taking his switch,
look at her.
game thing.
yeah.
Um,
I'm like, are you about to smack the dog or something? What on earth?
Nothing else missing.
I'd be worried that he
Nothing
would fall off too.
you just told her, right?
Yeah, the way he's sitting on the couch like that.
Yeah, the cop says something like that in a little while. I think he says, "Oh, don't fall down" or something, and she's doing nothing.
Mm. See, I haven't watched these all the way through, so I can't. I don't know.
Okay.
She's just
Nothing other than that. No suspicious
right.
circumstances. Other than some weird text there. I guess you sending that about past assault. Okay. He's got some other information, just some medical stuff that we.
The dog is about to fall.
I know.
And he's already listed as Rona, so
Okay.
if he's riding around.
Um, Joe said she's a real jerk. Right.
Yes.
Other than the car, he gets contacted. What are you doing out this late? What's your name? And comes up that he's wearing.
That's not me dinging, is it?
That's not what. I'm sorry.
Me dinging those dings.
Oh, I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay. I'm
Kalisa
not,
said, go ahead, love. Sorry.
I was going to say I'm not doing anything, so I hope it's not me or my phone. Sorry. Kalissa said.
Oh, you're good. I don't think it was. She said Al was already moving on and Lie-tecia knew it, in my opinion. She was absolutely desperate to get him back, but every new drama she created pissed him off. I agree with that. I think that definitely, um, I think that's exactly what happened. Veronica pointed out that the dog is 10 times more worried than she is.
Yes, Vero, that's right.
Mm-hmm. She is posing. She finds the cops attractive because she knows her nookies are numbered if they catch on. True. The thought of her with her pants off for any reason whatsoever literally makes me sick. I don't know why I'm even saying that, but I think that says a lot about what she looks like to me. A twat, yeah. I agree. And I imagine she was like really nervous. And it's interesting to see her. Like, it's interesting to go back and look at this and know the outcome already and see what she's acting like and what kind of characteristics she's presenting.
Yeah, because if I recall, she stands in front of his bed, of Gannon's bed, and she's sort of standing there, kind of blocking the way. So they just stay at the door, the cops.
Yeah.
And then she's closing all the doors behind her, like, and beside her. And, there was blood on the wall that they found,
Oh,
but
wow.
they don't see it. Later in one of those police photos, there is little white marks, little tapes all over the wall.
Mm-hmm. I remember seeing that at trial. So the suitcase is hidden in the storage closet inside of those piles of boxes. The officer was very close. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're good, Twisted.
I'm also surprised that they didn't smell blood in his bedroom, because he
Oh,
bled a lot.
yeah, I remember there was a substantial amount of blood or the cleaning supplies.
Right.
Like, I mean, you would be able to smell the bleach. Well, what did she use? Vinegar and baking soda? I don't know. You would smell vinegar, I would think.
Smell something.
I just cleaned some fruit for the kids with vinegar and baking soda, and you could smell it pretty strong.
Right.
So, I don't know.
He wasn't in there with us. Wait, that stuff is down there, sir. Can I show them about?
It's hard to hear them, right? It's not just me.
No, it's a little hard to hear them.
Okay.
Maybe I can see on some of my other audios, I turned the volume up really high, so I should probably start doing that from now on. That way we can hear it. Terry from Cryon's case.
They're reopening that case, I heard.
I need to look into that. So I'm going to write it down. K-R-O-N. That's pretty. I should be able to tell. Or find that because that's a specific spelling. Jen, they found him in March. This was in January, and they find his body in March. Oh, goodness. Okay.
Stuff on the box. I think I still have down there. Okay, because you weren't in here in the beginning, right? I didn't know if I had that box. Because I told him about dropping the last night. I thought I must have figured it out. I was just making sure I had it.
Careful, little guy. Don't jump. Don't jump. I'll say hi. Yes, I say. Oh. Don't fall. Don't fall.
Oh, yeah, she wasn't there when he said that. So.
She do what now?
Oh, when the dog was about to fall, and the cop said, "Don't fall, don't fall."
Oh,
Lie-tecia wasn't there. So, I mean, Lie-tecia.
okay,
I
okay.
call her Lie-tecia and Free-tecia.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
Yes.
Mercedes says there's an audio of her and Gannon, and he's crying because his arm is burnt, but she's telling him they'll have to sell the sofa to pay for the damage of whatever was burned and damaged. Yeah, and I heard she was going to make him sell his Switch.
Yep.
What did Jen say? She doesn't want that dog on the floor because it would have led them straight to him. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
good point.
I didn't think about that either. Wow, you are probably right, and I didn't
Yeah.
even think about that. What a good point.
No wonder she wanted to fling him off the couch.
Probably, yeah. Wow. I didn't even think about it.
We rescued a couple of them. So within like a week, we went from 3 dogs to 5 dogs.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so 3 of them were puppies. Like one of them is like 3 months old, 4 months old, and then the other 2 are like right at 9 and 10 weeks. So they're little. And then we've got our 2 older ones. One's 5, one's 7. Dogs are cool.
What are you trying to do, bro? Here. You got yourself stuck.
Go downstairs.
Okay. So we are downstairs now. I see it's blurry right this second. I don't know if I can get anything good, but I'm not going to be able to see that carpet. Oh, good. I'm not muted. Yeah, that was a smart insight. Hey, Tom.
Oh, really, Tom?
That's crazy. They lived in the house for 1 year.
It
I'm
might
going to,
clear up if she moves a little bit forward, maybe.
yeah. I backed it up just a little bit. Is that a picture of her,
Oh, probably.
Lie-tecia? It looks like it.
Yeah, it does.
I hope that's not just a picture of her. Like, daggum. It should be some pictures of the kids. Goodness.
Go downstairs.
Okay. Every time I pause, it's blurry. Dang it.
The piece of carpeting is in front of the couch, though, so it seems to be turned away.
Oh, okay. So we wouldn't be able to see it anyway.
Now, why am I echoing? Didn't do anything.
I don't hear you echoing. It had a little bit of feedback, but that was all.
Okay.
I think you're okay. Kimmy C123 gifted a membership. That was so sweet of you. That went to Liberty Bell. Liberty Bell, if you are here and you are aware you are gifted, please tell Kimmy C123 thank you. And I will grab the crazy train and pick you up on the way to Speculation Station.
I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
Thank you, Kimmy C. So yeah, it was feeding back a little bit, but I think it stopped now.
Okay.
I'm glad you're done at the doctor. Okay.
Knowledge.
Thank you so much, Kimmy.
And he's hooked.
So this is Gannon's room, right?
Yes.
Okay, and the bed was on this side, but she moved the bed to that side.
Did she? I don't remember that part. But
I
he
think,
died. I think he died in that corner behind her.
yeah, I think he died in that corner behind her, and she had moved the bed from over here to over here before the cops even got there.
Oh, okay. So there was there blood on the mattress then, or no?
Let's see. I don't know.
I thought the blood ran down behind the bed and the wall and into the carpet and under the carpet. Pardon me.
I don't know if it'll pull it up, but it says found in his bedroom. Um, okay. Some of this.
Vero might know. She knows the case too.
Um, that's the Google search.
Wow.
Find real military singles is the first one. Parenting should be for people, not one. I'm overdoing all the work for my stepkids and their mom doesn't help. Number 4, mom advice for stepmom. 5, if you aren't involved in your kid's life, you are shitty. 6, my husband's ex-wife does nothing for her kids. 7, I wonder if my husband's ex-wife is sending me a card since I raise her kids. 8, I wonder if my husband's ex-wife is sending me a Valentine's card since I raise her kids. 9, I wonder if my husband's ex-wife is sending me a Valentine's card because I raise her kids. 10, one day some people will wish they had treated you differently. 11, one day some people will wish they had treated you differently. 12, why should my husband choose me over family? 13, find me a rich guy who wants me to take care of his kids. 14, find a guy who wants me to take care of his kids and get paid. 15, it's crappy some parents don't care for their kids or buy them presents. 16, parents are those who put their kids before their nails. And that's the same one again. My son burned the carpet. How do I fault or fix it? Sorry. Will humidifier help if exposed to smoke? Smoke effects will humidifier help. Smoke from fire effects will humidifier help. Colorado law for kid stabbing at home. Oh my God. School is out. Is it okay for my kid to stay home alone? Son is sick, but I have to go to work. Son's sick. Can he stay home? Suede repair for sofa?
Yeah.
El Paso. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just saying yes.
Okay. El Paso Sheriff's Office number. What is the process for our runaway child? Police steps for our runaway. Police steps for our missing child. Today's fight
Flight.
flight. Oh, sorry. To and it says the locations. Can
Oh,
Nintendo find my Switch? What? I'm sorry. What were you saying?
no. Today's flight. Um,
I think it's
O-
Colorado. It's
Oklahoma or something, or
it's okay. Hold on. Let's see. OKC to CDS.
okay.
I don't know. Can Nintendo find my Switch? CarNet Volkswagen. They are asking for our son's toothbrush, but said nothing is wrong.
That's not how I Google stuff. I just put in a word or two, not
Yeah,
entire novels.
right. That one, Colorado law for kids stabbing at home. Oh, stating at home. Okay, I thought it said stabbing. Okay, so let me see what y'all are saying. Oh, Chow Young gifted 5 memberships. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. That was so sweet and supportive of you. Those went to Barbara Hickman, PK, Diane, Traveling Teapot, and Lindsay Mackin. If you were gifted from Chow and you are aware you were gifted, please tell Chow thank you. And I will grab the crazy train and pick y'all up on the way to Speculation Station.
I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
Thank you so very much, Chow. That was so sweet of you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, Google being used as a diary, like Abella said.
That's funny.
Seem like voice text searches. Oh, probably. Yeah, like going back to that, like should my husband's ex-wife send me a Valentine's card since I raise her kids and find me a rich military guy? Like what? Mm. Okay, so I'll go ahead and read this. Monday, January 27th at 4:37 a.m. Lie-tecia tells employer her stepdad was killed after being hit by a car. She won't be to work. Unknown time. Gannon stayed home from school. I want to make sure y'all can see it. Okay. Gannon's likely alive the morning of the 27th. 8:13 to 8:17. She takes pictures on her cell phone of Gannon sleeping in bed. 10:16. Neighbor surveillance video shows Nissan Frontier with Lie-tecia and presumably Gannon leave the residence. Lie-tecia leaves cell phone at home, locked between 9:56 and 2:45. 10:37, a text is sent from Gannon's phone to Harley. Tisha left phone at home. If you need her, text me. 12:06, Al sends text to Gannon and says, "Hey, buddy." During this time, Lie-tecia travels to Petco on North Nevada Avenue. 11:22, Lie-tecia completes her purchase. Gannon is not seen on surveillance video from store. Whereabouts are unknown between 11:22 and 1:22. 1:21, Gannon's phone resends two texts from Al, "Can I play Zelda at least?" Al replies, "Not today." 1:22, Lie-tecia makes another purchase at Petco. 1:43, Gannon's phone searches, "Can my parent find my cell phone if it is off?" Detectives believe Lie-tecia did this. At 2:14, investigators believe Gannon was murdered by Lie-tecia after this timestamp at his residence, more specifically in his bedroom. 2:19, vehicle returns. What appears to be Lie-tecia gets out and presumably Gannon, hard to tell by the video. Motion detectors show no movement between 10:16 and 2:19 in the house. 2:27, Gannon and Lie-tecia enter the house. Lena is at school, Harley's at work. 2:30, an interview with detectives in February. Lie-tecia tells detectives she's being raped by Eduardo during this time. During this time, ADT motion sensors show movement between upstairs and downstairs. 2:45, Lie-tecia unlocked her phone. 3:15, Lie-tecia claims this is the last time she saw Gannon leaving the residence to go play with her friend. Lena returns home from school. Lie-tecia tells her Gannon is asleep in her bed and instructs Lena to go play outside. Detectives believe Lie-tecia was cleaning up blood during this time. 3:30 to 3:42, surveillance video shows Lana outside riding her bike. 3:41 to 4:20, several text messages between Lie-tecia, Harley, and Al. 3:55, Al sends message to Gannon's phone, "Hey, buddy." The message wasn't read until 7:40. Detectives believe Gannon was already deceased. 4:42, Harley, Lie-tecia's daughter, arrives at home from work while in white Jetta, picks up Lena and leaves residence. 4:52, Lie-tecia sends text to Harley asking her to pick up items from the store: carpet, powder, 2 things, baking soda, trash bags. 5:14, a receipt shows the purchase of the trash bags, baking soda, and vinegar. It was later found in the T1, Lie-tecia's car. It is during this time detectives believe Lie-tecia cleaned up the mess left behind by killing Gannon. On February 1st, detectives found blood presence in Gannon's bedroom, the hallway leading to the utility room from the bedroom, utility room itself, the staircase leading upstairs, pathway to garage area itself. 6:55 is when she calls 911 to report him missing. 10:09, Deputies respond and are unable to locate Gannon. Deputies observed Volkswagen Tiguan was backed into the garage. Deputies go into Gannon's room. Detectives later compare body cam footage of the room compared to photos taken earlier in the day and show Gannon's bed with different beddings and sheets and moved against the wall.
Hmm.
So this is after around 10 o'clock in the evening. Oh, yeah, and it shows that the bed was moved. We didn't find out where the blood was, but I know it was on the wall, on the mattress, on the bed, and on the carpet under the bed.
Yes, that's what I thought too.
Okay. Hey, Mrs. O.
So maybe she moved the bed. If she moved it against the wall, it might have been in that corner already and not on the other side of the room. I don't know.
Yeah, I could definitely have it wrong about it being on the other side of the room. Maybe it wasn't all the way against the wall or something.
Right. And see, she's standing there in his way.
Mm-hmm. Blocking him from that area.
Yes.
There's a trash can at the foot of the bed right here.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Like none of this.
Looks like a bin for storage.
Like these are his favorites. All of these things.
All right, he's gonna go.
She's standing there blocking them from that bed the whole time.
Mhm.
You think the girls knew? I don't think they knew, Jen, but you think they did? He had two beds. Oh, okay. Thank you for that. Traveled to Dollar Tree. There's a video of Harley and Lena inside the store making that purchase. Oh, wow. We'll have to pull that up.
I have some more questions and.
Okay.
How long do you guys live here?
A year and something now.
You have talked to all of his friends' parents in the area?
I'm not the person that talks to the friends. I don't have numbers. I don't say yes. I don't say no. My husband tells him yes or no. So he has all the numbers.
So there could be some friends that you don't know.
Right. Because I don't know the people like that. And a lot of the time that I was here, I had Sue had a job on the East Coast. So I had to fly back and forth a lot. So I didn't really meet a lot of people, like my husband did. And he's like, always want to be the one to talk to everybody about it. And so.
Well, how about your husband? Is he talking?
So I do know that the bedding on the bed was different, that he had blue shark bedding or something, and this is a red and white striped blanket.
Yes. It's been a long time. I forget things about the case, but
Yeah.
what did she wrap him up in? In those sheets, didn't she? And the comforter or something?
Yeah, I think she wrapped him up in the bedding from his actual bed.
Not very useful, am I?
Oh, no, you're good. I appreciate you being up here to talk to us about it.
You tell me if you want me off too.
Oh, no. Oh, Genevieve is waiting to come up. Hey, Jen, I'm sorry I didn't see you back there. I hope you haven't been back there for long.
No. I do. I think the girls knew.
You do?
Yeah. Let's go back to those text messages, the text messages screen that you just read from,
Uh-huh.
and look at the time. Look at the timestamp.
Okay, let's try to pull that back up.
I've never thought, hi Jen, I've never thought that Harley knew, but Lena may have. I'm not too sure about Harley, but I could be wrong.
Excuse me.
All right,
Yeah, I
back
don't.
to the part just right before they mentioned where you mentioned the selling the switch, and it's right in there, and then somewhere along that timeline about them sending her coming home from work or something, and then being sent to the dollar store or something to get the baking soda, the trash bags, and all that. It's in that area. You read off something that got my attention on thinking that they knew.
Okay, so it says at 4:42, Harley, Letitia's daughter, arrives home from work in the white Jetta, picks up Lena, and leaves the residence. At 4:52, Letitia sends text to Harley asking her to pick up items from the store. The text reads, "Carpet powder, two things, baking soda, trash bags." At 5:14, a receipt shows the purchase of trash bags, baking soda, vinegar happened at 5:14. It was later found in the T1 Letitia's car. Um, and then it is during this time detectives believe Letitia cleaned up the mess left by killing Gannon, and they found the blood.
Now, if are the two girls, are they teenagers, a little bit older than teenage?
Um, Harley was 16 at the time, and then the
Okay,
small girl is like 5 or 6, I think.
Yeah, she was little.
okay. So they come in. Mom's in a Tarrant. She's just murdered their brother. She's in panic cleaning mode. He's sending texts. Pick this up. Rah rah rah. We already know what kind of personality she has. Think of this in. I mean, I'm asking people to put themselves in the situation as if they were teenage children living in the home with a tangent parent.
Uh huh.
These kids knew.
With a
These
what,
kids
Jen? I'm
knew
sorry.
what she had done.
You're muffled right now. Say that again.
These kids knew what Letitia had done. Harley knew when Mom sent for cleaning supplies what had happened. Because you look at the condition of that home, which is fairly clean considering there's three kids, three teenage little kids, or three teenage kids living there. The home's
Yeah.
pretty kept, pretty well kept. So mom's a neat freak. She may have a little chaos going on, but she's a clean freak. She's OCD.
Uh huh.
So these kids knew exactly when Mama called for certain cleaning supplies what Mama had done.
You think so?
I know so. I see
I
it in too
mean,
many abuse cases.
they would have heard the shot because she shot him in the head,
They,
for
that
one
was
thing.
done.
So
That
where
was
was
done
she?
before they ever got there.
Mm
Yeah.
hmm.
Take the trauma of the event out of the equation. Take the knowledge and knowing what had happened, put it back in there.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know where Harley was during the
I'm not.
actual event.
Yeah, I'm not saying they were there. I'm saying they
They
knew.
knew, right, right, right.
Yeah, a lot of people disagree, but I understand what you're saying. Like as clean as the house is kept, it is odd to send somebody out for cleaning supplies. I can definitely, I mean, I could see that. I don't know necessarily that I would think they knew what had happened, but yeah, it is odd as well kept as the house was and as clean as she appears to be that sending somebody out or her sending the kids out for cleaning supplies wouldn't raise an eyebrow, but I believe 100% that Harley was a victim of hers as well. Yeah, they weren't there. And but I get what you're saying about like it being weird that she sent them out for cleaning supplies and they just did it. I don't think they knew necessarily, but yeah, you should yeah, that would have been weird to go send somebody for cleaning supplies as clean as that house was already.
I mean, she could have said,
Well,
like, I spilled something in my car, who knows?
Mhm.
Right? Yeah, I
Yeah.
think,
well, then did she not just say in the beginning of the interview with the officers being there taking the report that they'd been having behaviors issues out of the little boy?
Yeah, she said that. Well, she's trying to
Okay.
make it look like that.
Well, and there possibly could have been. I mean, how old was Gannon?
Uh 10, I believe. Hey Kim.
Okay, well, that's a typical pre-teenage, prepubescent young man wanting to play video games, wanting to be rebellious. Where's the father figure in the home? You know, you think about the dynamics of the household here. She could be she's possibly telling the truth about it. He's just a little rebellious, prepubescent brat. And she got fed up and it got out of hand.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of sorry, I was eating. She had So from what people were saying in chat just a minute ago, she had already tried to smother Lana, who's 5 or 6 at the time, beforehand, and so it seems like it's like a the end goal is to get rid of the stepchildren so that her and her daughter can be without just them. So I think that she might have been hard on Gannon just because she was jealous and upset, and he didn't belong to her necessarily. Um, and I wanted to let you know they did say that Lana helped clean up blood, but she didn't necessarily know what it was for. And that Curious Christine says she needed it. She said she needed it for dog smell and mess in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So no, and I
But
get
she
it
could have
that
been shielding the little bitty one too from that. Those comments being made like that could have been shielding the smallest child in the home, the teenager. Excuse me, the teenager absolutely knew.
yeah, you think so? And a lot of people disagree and I get it like but I do want to remind everybody that, everybody is free to have their own thoughts, opinions and speculations as long as we're respectful.
Of
So,
course.
while we might not agree or anybody might not agree, we can all still be respectful. So, I do think I mean, I could definitely see your point. I don't know. I know Harley wasn't there, but I don't know. I would find it weird that my mom was sending me out for cleaning supplies specifically, and then you find out Lena's helping clean up blood. I mean, yeah, I mean, I would have a little bit of more questions, but I,
Yeah,
I,
but
I can respect your thought process.
Harley was very much like a little girl. The way she spoke at that time and the way she acted. I mean, um, Letitia was really um, overbearing with Harley. I think.
Really?
I think. I mean, have you heard Harley speak? When in those days she was speaking like a little, like Lena should have been speaking with a little girl voice.
Oh no, we need to. Well, I heard her a little bit on the body cam, but not much. Hmm. So yeah, very very much sheltered and yeah, I see what you're saying.
She seemed shocked when she found out things, Harley. So I don't know. I personally don't think she knew, but I mean, if she may have, I don't know.
Right.
And it could be simply an after the fact knowing too. That's
Right.
my point.
Right. Yeah. Right.
The cleaning supplies, I'm not so worried about that because Letitia always said that Gannon bled all over the place and he picks his sores and he's got uh, nosebleeds and whatnot. She's full of BS, right? So
I
she
think
made
Yeah.
she's trying to cover her own tracks.
Mhm.
pardon me.
Carolina said,
She's just
"Oh, go ahead, love."
no, I just she's just overcompensating her comments to make herself look all innocent in that phase of the investigation and discovery.
Yeah, I agree. She said if she questioned her mom, she got backhands. Oh my god. That's
Yeah.
horrible. Carolina said, in my honest opinion, she was jealous because Gannon was a mama's boy and he loved Landon unconditionally. Also, she tried to hurt Lena. Also, that's why she didn't go on vacation with the family. Oh wow.
What I
Oh
think
wow.
happened is that Gannon said something about his mom, like, I hate you and I love my mom. And I think that triggered her. I think that's something like that happened that she suddenly just snapped.
S- Okay.
Or
Right.
even a simple comment like, I hate you, I'm gonna go live with my mom.
Yeah.
Something that petty and simple. Yeah, I agree. I can see that.
Yeah, I could see that too. Very possible.
To these people.
Yeah, he's been on the phone with a bunch of them. He's in Oklahoma, Fort Steele right now.
So she did just say he's in Oklahoma, Fort Sill right now, and that goes back to the flight thing. Remember, you were saying it could have been possibly Oklahoma when we were looking at the Google searches talking about the flight. It was Oklahoma. You were right, Abellis.
Yeah, Al was there for 2 weeks, I think, for training.
Okay.
So he wasn't stationed in Oklahoma. He was just there for a brief period. He had just left, in fact, I think, a couple of days before she killed him.
Okay. Carolina said, OM, this case helps, and it was proven that Lena never helped clean up blood. She didn't even like to clean her room. Not picking on her, just being honest. Oh, I get it, and I didn't know that. I always thought that she did unknowingly. Megan said she insisted in sitting on Gannon's therapy. That is crazy.
Wow.
Hey, overprotected.
Hey,
Bella's
Hoopy.
voice. Wow. He had reported
I've noticed.
abuse, so she claimed he threatened her with a knife. Oh, wow. Sorry, go ahead, love.
I've noticed that throughout my years and then what I'm doing, that when it comes down to abuse and therapy sessions and doing the best you can and trying to overcome abuse, that when you're dealing with
You're cutting out, sweetheart. I can't hear you at all. I think your internet's bad. Dang it. All right, well, when you get your... Oh, you might have come back. I hear something.
can you hear me now?
Yep, I can hear you. Okay, say that
In
again.
most, in most cases, the abusive parent is overly persistent in being involved with therapy sessions in abuse cases. And therapists and counselors, they actually pick up on that stuff.
That's good that they pick up on
So
it. I could see them being concerned. Like, yeah, that would show a sign to me that the parent is afraid they're going to say something. So therefore, they insist on sitting in on it. That would be very concerning.
Gannon's bedroom is so gloomy.
It is. I noticed the one window over here. Well, I won't back it up. I'm sure we'll see it again in a minute. But yeah, that one window. And again, we were talking about a mother's touch or a woman's touch. There's nothing on the walls. And considering the way that she was, yeah, I was snacking. Um, considering the way that she was like freaking out about the carpet and saying we're gonna have to sell the couch in order to get the money back because this place is rented. Like she seems really overbearing about putting things on the wall. Like I don't like I'm sure it was like you can't hang anything up on the wall because we're renting this place and you can't do nothing to the walls. When they absolutely could. You could just put some spackle in if there's a pinhole and like paint it and it would be fine. You would get your deposit back. Like I don't know. I'm completely opposite. I'm very artistic, very much want stuff on the walls. Like my walls were covered with posters and even now I have a lot of tapestries and things. The kids, they put stickers on their walls, like, and I'm just like, I mean, I probably wouldn't let them put stickers on a wall if we were renting the house, but um, it's just like, I can fix those things. Like, I want you to have your space and feel like your space is for you and it's you, your personality. It makes you happy. It's a place you want to be. And she's just, there's nothing. It's just like straightforward, cut, straight line, cookie cutter type things. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Gannon, like I said earlier, loved Sonic. You would think his walls would be covered with Sonic stuff.
Right. Yep. Hey, Truth Seeker.
It doesn't take much to repaint a wall,
Right. Megan says, I'm a minimalist and I don't have things on the walls. That's interesting, and I hope that I can get there one day. Right now, I'm a hoarder. I hope I can be a minimalist one day. But, like, for your kids, would you let them, like, do you let them have stuff on the walls or, like, ways to express themselves, or do they just do it with, like, pictures on shelves or, like, toys and things? Oh, she says, though the kids have a big chalkboard patch and cork board. Okay. So see, that makes sense. Okay. Oh, we lost Jen.
Oh no.
Oh no. Hey, Abraham, I don't know if I said hey to you. Abraham said one thing that always stood out to me was that I don't think Letitia is a dumb woman. I think she's smart to have done it this way. It wasn't very thought out. Yeah, I don't think, like I've said before, I don't think she would have gotten caught if it weren't for chance.
She's very cunning.
Right, she is. Right. You're right, Curious Christine. If my walls were bare, it reminds me of being in a hospital and stuff. Yeah, right. Exactly.
I have
They,
stuff everywhere.
I do too. Barbie says they have a lot of clothes.
Because I've been retired for so long, being on medical retirement, I have 20 million hobbies too. So I do all kinds of stuff.
Oh, wow. That's cool. I would love to see some of the stuff you do. We're going to have to get together on
Yes,
that.
come
Miss
on up.
Miss Scorpio Rising, thank you for the super chat. She says, I think I was allergic to that record. Yeah, I get it. I just try to be respectful of everybody's thoughts, opinions, and speculations, you know. Just because we don't agree doesn't mean we have to be disrespectful. I appreciate the super chat, and that was so very sweet of you. And Genevieve, I saw that you left. I hope you're not upset or anything. Feel free to email me if you want to. If you're still here, and you hear me, I don't know if you meant to drop off or you lost connection or what. Haha says she doesn't think ahead anything. It's all on the fly. I agree.
No, I just noticed the line on top at the top of the video. It says footage from the night Gannon Stauch was reported missing.
Yep,
I
that's my title for the video.
Oh, it is. Oh, sorry. Okay, good.
No, you're good. See,
Because
right
somebody
here.
asked earlier, I thought, right.
So when it's like this, all it says is EPSO investigations, and then it says El Paso County Sheriff's Office, but it doesn't give me a time. But we read through the timeline, and it said that they made it out there at like 10:09 p.m. So I would think this is sometime between 10:30 or so.
Okay.
Oh, a call booted you. Okay, I just wanted to make sure you were okay. She wanted everyone to praise her. Yep. Oh, that's cool, Megan.
You
That would
treat
be so cute.
everybody like they're an idiot. She told, is she the one who told the police officer, um, I have an education, I'm a teacher or whatever, or
Yep.
a IQ of 180, like Einstein?
Yep.
And my response to that is, well, you're the one who's in prison. You know?
Yeah. She is, and she's not smart. And she's the one in prison throwing feces and painting in blood and just doing a bunch of dumb shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amy, there's been storms everywhere. I've had storms for like the past 3 days. A doctorate. That's it. Yep.
Right.
IQ tests are colonialist. Oh my goodness, Fonny.
That's true.
No, he said he
You is it? What I don't understand it. Oh, okay. I don't understand exactly what it means. What does she mean?
Well, IQs are geared towards what mostly white people know, um, Western history, that kind of, they have to be, I don't think they use them anymore anyway, but um, they weren't very um, geared towards other races because they didn't ask people what their cultures were about, if I'm right.
Oh,
Bonnie would let us
wow.
know.
I didn't know that. I had no idea. Thank you for letting
Like
me
they,
know.
like they could give you 10 points to say who's the Queen of England, and somebody in Asia couldn't care less and may not know,
Okay, I got it now. Yep,
But
I definitely understand. Um, Abraham, yeah, so at the top of the chat, I pinned a link, and that's a StreamYard link, and you can click that link and come into StreamYard. I don't know if you've ever used it, but if you want to come up, I'll show you how to do it. You just click the link and you have to close out YouTube in the back, and I can help you. You have a little button to turn your camera off and your microphone on and off. Read about the book Bell Curve Wars is about that. Oh, okay. I'll have to look into that. Welcome back, Jen. Good to see you.
I had a call come in, and I thought it was somebody important calling, and it booted me.
Oh, okay. Well, you're good.
Be important. Funny.
He's talked to everyone that he knows of. The only concern we had is he was talking about the friend with the older sibling, and we don't know who that one is. That's the one we don't know.
You guys have a name for that?
Because
Hey, Carly.
we don't know who that person is. We've never heard him say like specific name. And my husband said when he talked to him today that there was no like specific name for that. He didn't give him a name. He just told him no. So.
And he took his game console bill.
Yeah, they have a couple of different consoles.
And one of them's gone.
Switch Lite. They have a 2DS.
Did she just say that her husband had talked to him earlier that day?
I believe so. And we looked at the text messages and saw that Al had said, "Hey, buddy," but he didn't respond.
At
Did the
one
call
point,
log reflect that he had actually talked to him?
Say that again?
Did the call log reflect that he had actually spoke to him? Not the text log, the call log.
I don't think so. I can't remember.
I think at one point he said, "Hey, buddy," to Gannon, and Gannon seemed to reply, "Can I play Zelda?" But I think that would have been Lie-tecia writing that. That's my belief.
Okay, Miss Scorpio said no, and that's why Al was so concerned because he hadn't talked to him that day, and he usually does. Okay. Okay.
Black. Wait, no, that one might be in red. I don't remember. I just know in the video you can see that, or the picture that the lady had. You can see like he's got something right here, and it's like not far down.
Which pictures?
So some lady online had noticed it, like messaged us, and had noticed that was him or the description, and she was like, "Was that him?" And I was like, "Yes."
What was that picture taken?
I don't know. I honestly have about 150 Facebook messages that I haven't answered people because you guys showed.
Was it local? I mean, was it in the
Yes,
Lorson Ranch?
in Lorson Ranch. Someone put it on the Lorson Ranch page, and so a lot of people just kept sending messages, information. First, someone said they saw him get in a white SUV. Then
I remember the story that he got in a white SUV. Red Moon Rising just gifted a membership. Thank you so very much for that. That was so sweet and supportive of you. That went to Julie with cherries. Oh, excuse me, Julie with the cherries. If you were gifted from Red Moon Blessed and you were gifted, and if you are aware you were gifted, please tell Red Moon Blessed thank you, and I will grab the crazy train and pick you up on the way to Speculation Station.
I'm going off the rails on a crazy train.
I did want to say that Megan said at the trial it was determined that Gannon did not text Al, Lie-tecia did. Thank
Right.
you. I didn't say if they spoke. Okay.
Did our Abraham get lost in the portal?
Oh, she said she was going to get dressed and then come up. But I'm going to tell you, I've been trying to find a good point. I need to grab me a cup of coffee real quick, so I'm going to play this for just a minute while I grab my coffee.
someone said they called it on their camera. They were all supposed to be sending this to me, but as I was talking to all these people on Facebook, because my husband gave the neighbor permission to post it, you guys came and I kept having alerts, and I'm gonna you know.
Can you just let her know someone's at the door?
Huh?
Someone's at the door.
Okay. No.
Okay. I know you probably gave some of this information to dispatcher already, but can you give us a description of them from top to
Yeah,
bottom?
so
Hair color, eye color, any art?
yeah, so brown, Let's see, brown, um, very pale, like whitish color skin. Um, and then just keep this close because I'll heat. And then let's see, floor 10, 90 pounds maybe. And then I sent you that picture that.
Okay. I got it. I think I got it twice. Or my phone. That's a weird thing. But I got it.
Mom goes through it every day. Finds
I got it.
This me. So.
Okay, I'm back. Dang it, what'd I miss?
You missed her closing all the doors and shutting off all the lights.
Dang it. Okay, I'm gonna back it up just a little bit. It looks like we leave Gannon's room right here. Okay, so let's watch it again.
Like whitish color skin.
What? Why are you? That man was standing there trying to write something down. What the hell are you doing?
You're so funny.
Hurry up and get the hell up out of here before you actually see something, dude.
No doubt. What the crap?
Oh God, that's funny.
What the? Did y'all see? I mean, he's got his notepad out and everything, like trying to write something. I'll mute this part since we've seen it a couple of times. Excuse me. Like his notepad is in his hand right here, and he is holding a pencil. Wow.
Yeah, so.
Guys, I'm gonna hop down here before I get another phone call. It's Friday evening and custody exchanges are fixing to start happening.
Okay, love. Well, thank you for coming up, and I appreciate it.
All right, honey. Y'all have a thank you for letting me come up and voice my opinion. And
Oh yeah, no problem.
everything about these cases that you're doing is absolutely bringing awareness and more observation skills to people watching and advocating for crimes. And I appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for coming up. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you soon. I'll keep listening. I just got to take care and watch these phone calls coming in.
Okay, love. You have a good day.
You
Bye,
too. Bye
Jen.
bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
I'm curious, AS, does Megan want to come up? She said she knows a lot about the case.
Yeah, if she wants to come up, she can. I'm here now, so I can see if you come in the back chat. You just click the link that's pinned at the top of the comment section. There's a link up there, and you click it, and come in. You come in. It'll bring you into StreamYard. You just have to make sure you close out of your YouTube so you don't have an echo, and then I can help you shut the camera off so you're not on camera while you're on the stage. And then once we do all that, I can help you get up. Southern Cat said, "I love your accent, Jen." She's got a lovely accent, doesn't she?
He does. It's cute.
It is. Yeah, she shut the damn light off. We're gonna watch it again. I was like, ma'am. Here she goes. So he's got his notepad out writing, shutting the lights off.
Like whitish color skin.
So, what the hell? Like, to the point that he has to turn on his damn flashlight. What the Sam hell is going on?
It's so stupid.
Wow.
He wants him out of there
Yes, she does.
yesterday.
No doubt. Last week. Goodness gracious.
And just keep this close because I'll heat. And then
Close the door.
Floor 10, 90 pounds maybe.
Wow.
The room she just closed, is that the closet area where the suitcase was?
I'm not sure. I've just heard it's in the video.
Pardon me.
Megan said she noticed the blood on the light switch, but why didn't that send alarm bells? Interesting. I didn't realize that. She can't help herself being creepy as fuck. Right. Yep, Gannon is still in the house. Miss Scorpio said, I believe that is the room. Okay. Huh.
Is he
And then
in the house at this point or in the car already?
People have from I was talking to Hio about it. She wants to come up so bad, but she's got so much going on. And I felt bad, but she said that Gannon is in the suitcase in the house during this video, and some people, I think from what I understood, some people have seen the suitcase, but I don't know if it's been seen or not. I was gonna try to see if we could find it, but I don't know.
Okay.
Amy says in the house. Vero says something triggered her. Bella's voice said, I thought in the garage. Okay. Hey, Michelle. Good to see you.
Hey, Stocky.
Barbie said that's the storage room inside the house.
Michelle stalks me everywhere.
I've heard. I see y'all talking back and forth in chat.
that picture that.
Okay. I got it. I think I got it twice. Or my phone. It's doing weird things. But I got it.
I'm not seeing anything on the floor, but I don't know. It's in front of the couch, right? So you can see that it's clean. Like it looks like it's been recently cleaned, but that's about it.
I know she cut a piece out about a square foot, and she may have pushed the couch over off of it at this
Okay.
point. I don't know.
Okay. Huh. Excuse me.
Just me. So.
Stands guard in front of the door.
Yeah, she is so nervous. I can't believe she shut the light out on that daggum cop. My God. Michelle says Gannon is in a suitcase behind all those piled up cardboard boxes. Okay, thank you. That's right. She covered it with the carpet. Shout out to my stalkie, said Michelle. The storage room, that's where Gannon is. Okay. She's really nervous, like shutting doors, shutting off lights. She's self-soothing right here, rubbing her hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is correct.
Yes.
Yeah, disgusting.
No, we're still getting the runaway report right now.
Harley, did you get it? Who was it?
Okay, I appreciate it.
I can't hear Harley. I mean, I heard her a little bit and her voice was a little high pitched, but I didn't hear like what you're like her being like a toddler. Not I don't know how to explain it. I know what you're saying, but I don't know how to put it into words.
Like very girly instead of
Right.
being, an older teenager at this point.
Right. Yeah. I can hear her voice is really high pitched, but I don't know if that's
Her little
um
giggles and she acts like a little girl. And I mean,
mhm.
Letitia's treating her like one too, probably.
Oh yeah. The sweet younger voice, yeah. The couch was supposedly burned too. Oh wow. Immature tone. Thank you, Abraham. Yeah. Her greasy, unwashed hair. Yep.
Oh, okay. I just didn't want any people like neighbors just
Yeah,
popping in.
I know there's a deputy who lives in the neighborhood who saw things popping up on the
Yeah.
page.
So he wanted it.
What close was?
The carpet does look a different color. Like from here to right here, it looks
Hmm.
different. But it could be the way it was vacuumed.
Or is there another carpet on top of the carpet?
That could
Maybe?
be. That could be. Yeah. Oh yeah, like Jen Soto. Exactly, Veronica. She doesn't put him in the garage till morning. She puts him in the T1 and drives to the airport, leaves it there, and rents a car at the airport and picks Al up. Yes, thank you for reminding me of that. I
Yeah.
remember that now. Harley uses a baby voice when speaking with her mother. Oh, wow. The suitcase can be seen under Gannon's blanket in the picture she sent Al that morning. You can see that there is definitely something under his covers. I remember that picture, and yeah, you can. Let me pull it up
Yeah,
so
I've
you guys
always thought that
understand.
too. That was the suitcase under the blanket.
Yeah, it looks like that. And I thought that I was like, oh, he's deceased in that picture. But then they say that he was alive after that picture was sent.
He was so cute.
He was. Where? I'm not seeing it here. Try to add it this way. Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on. Oh, well, that didn't make it any bigger. It's bigger on this page. So right here, there's something square right there at his feet. It looks like the
Mm.
suitcase. But in the timeline, she sends this picture before he's deceased.
Yeah. He looks so pale.
He does. And it does appear that looking at it, it does appear that that bed was in this corner, but not pushed against the wall, I suppose, because that window's right there.
Right.
So I was probably wrong about that.
You're never wrong.
I'm wrong all the time, but at least I can admit it. Some of these people on these YouTube streets can't admit when they're wrong, and I'm like, why? Don't nobody have it right all the time. You can sense and tell that Gannon was the kind of boy that wanted to see everybody happy and loved. Yeah. I know she's over 18, Fawny. Let's
Oh,
see
she's
if
an
she,
adult now. Yeah.
yeah, if she was 16 in 2020, she would be what, 22, I think, right
15,
now.
20, 25 years. Yeah, 21, 20, 20, 21, 22.
Okay. Sh all that time in a car. Yeah. Yeah, she rented a van and drove from Colorado to Myrtle Beach and then drove from Myrtle Beach down to Florida and dumped his body. Yep, they left the house that morning and returned around 2:30. Lie-tecia set that fire. The candle was all black like she was tipping it and the wick stained the glass. Carpet is fire resistant and wax would have put out the flame. She did that. You think so?
That's interesting.
That was the buck. Those were his legs. She doped him up on opiates. That's why he's passed out like that. Okay. That's right. She tried narcotics and poison first. Yeah.
Yeah, she went all out. Drug, stabbing, shooting. Five things she did to him. Bashed him with something.
Yeah. God.
Overkill.
Yeah, it was like a proof of life photo for Al. God. Yeah, it was.
Blue jacket, blue jeans.
Had a game console that he loved with, so probably at his house right now playing games.
That's what me and my husband absolutely think, and we think
Blue jacket.
we
Is it
absolutely think that, and we've calmed our stress level down after our 4-hour wait over that.
like a thick, heavy winter jacket, a sweatshirt, windbreaker?
No, like the ones I was showing you guys in there, kind of like a little windbreaker type.
Okay, good to know.
Sure.
Oh.
Is there anything distinguishing about him? Does he wear
Okay, so
glasses? Anything
No,
like that?
no, they asked me about tattoos and earrings and
It's
all
just
that.
like I'm
stuff.
gonna
There
end
was
up
nothing.
asking a whole lot of the same questions that dispatch asked.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah, if you hear anything from the school, let us know, please. Alright. Oh, bye.
Yeah, we already talked to a bunch of people.
Megan said that the carpet is very fire resistant. It's a federal mandate like bedding. I didn't know that. That's interesting. He had to be carried to bed that night, Lena said. Oh, wow. She made fun of his Miralax accidents. Oh my God. See, I remember the trial, but I don't remember all of this stuff. I do remember there was opiates in his system.
Hmm.
Is that the carpet right there rolled up? Looks like it.
Another couch, isn't it? Isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. It is. You're right. It's the back of the couch, and then there's stuff sitting on the couch right there. You're right. You're right. Okay. I was like, dang, the carpet's right there in front of him.
Yeah, I think the birth area is in front of the carpet that's on the left. Oh, well, you know what? I could be wrong too. It could be the one on the right. I don't know. Now,
Okay. I know that
anybody?
there's a TV over here, and
Yes.
then there's this chair couch thing, and then that one. So I don't know.
So it could be in
Yeah,
front of either one of those.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Janie said, "Can you imagine how these cops felt after the fact? Hard to trust anyone ever again." Yeah,
Yeah.
they would need some therapy. Mm.
because there was a game or something tonight, and so that was like one of the things we were thinking. If I guess there was like a basketball game or something. But.
He said there was, he said there was parts where
Right,
going on,
Batgirl.
so.
Smith.
Yeah, I was just thinking. Bad Girl said he had an accident the day before while hiking. He took Miralax because of his ADHD medicine, and that makes me think about Madeline with the ADHD medicine and the Miralax. I've always attributed it to abuse that Jen did or did not know she was suffering, but maybe it is well known that kids with ADHD meds have issues like that.
Oh, that's interesting. I don't know.
Interesting.
Excuse me.
She gave him enemas? What the
Yeah,
Sam shit?
yeah, she did.
Oh, Abraham. Hey, Abraham.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Oh,
can hear you good.
Hi, Abraham.
hi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Here, getting dressed.
Okay.
I've always wanted to chat with people about this case because it always intrigued me so much. Because she was everything she did was like not very well planned, but I don't take her to be a dumb woman. I think she's smart. So to
Right.
have done this, like I think something happened that she just um like lost it for a second and then everything unravels from there.
Yeah.
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 Do you guys think that she planned this in advance or no?
I don't think so.
Um, so I wouldn't think so, but then we know that she gave him like pain meds to try to take him out that way. Y'all were just talking about all the different ways she was trying to take him out. I think whatever, I mean, she wanted to make sure something happened that day specifically, but other than that, probably not.
Yeah, that's my thought too, that she tried all that one day. She may have thought about killing him long before, but not planned it.
But what was gonna be her excuse to Al? Like,
I don't know. I think about the burns on his arms. Like I'm wondering if the burns on his arms were that significant, and she knew that that would be the end of their relationship, and so that's why she took him out. Um, I think that she thought that they were going to look for Gannon and not find him, and he was just going to be missing forever, and Al was going to just move on. Because if I remember correctly, in the court, they talk about she was wanting to have relations with Al, and or she was talking dirty to him or something,
Mm.
and like wanting to have relations while this child was missing.
yeah,
Yeah, she said he was a runaway, and then she made damn sure that he was going to disappear forever into the Gulf of Mexico and putting him under that bridge. It's a miracle that he was found.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that is true. I think I think that Gannon was uh like he loved his dad and he was like very soft spoken and very shy and he loved his dad and I think that she was jealous of that attention that he was getting from the dad.
Yeah.
And
And
he
that's
loved
why
his mom too.
and that's why she yeah, but but he lived with the dad and her, so she
Oh,
wouldn't
right.
see, I don't think, a lot of the interaction between him and his mom, unless like he just like said, I like my mother more, or you're not my mother. I think that's how it started, that the day that it all unraveled. She must have tried to reprimand him, and he threw something in her face that just sparked, that just ticked her off, because like
Mm-hmm.
having to go get the gun, and I think she was actually scaring him with the gun,
Oh,
like
okay.
putting fear. That's why the gun came into play, because I don't know, it's just like something weird about the whole situation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm with you about the sudden, maybe a sudden comment that Gannon made, and just triggered her.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think so.
And then the stabbing and all that stuff probably came after he was already dead. I think she just like took out the rage on him.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hmm. All right,
Okay.
I'm gonna play this. Let me know if you want me to pause it, and if you want to say anything or point anything out. Okay?
Hey,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the off duty.
No,
Okay.
he says somebody in the neighborhood or something.
Does he have a dentist he goes to?
If you guys want to call my husband,
Yeah,
ask
we
all
can do
these
that. We
Alright,
can
I
do
can do
that.
that.
We'll
Because
follow up
I
because
mean, you're
he might have a little bit
overwhelming
more
me with these
information.
things,
Yeah,
and I don't do a lot of the.
Okay.
He does all that.
How long has
So.
he been over there stationed?
He's
So I'm picking up again that she's already nervous and is like done with the, like you guys said, she's bored. She's done with the conversation. She's done talking, and now she's saying, if you guys want to call my husband, call my husband. She's throwing him in it now.
hmm.
Bad girl said, I think Gannon was scared and intimidated of her, and I can understand why. Yeah.
not. He's stationed here. He's just at Captain Career Course.
Okay.
Yeah. So they go to a dentist. I think it's like Fountain Dentist, maybe.
Okay, we can
Everything
get all
else is on base.
We'll
'Cause
give him a
it's-
call.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Al, A-L. Stauch, S-T-A-U-C-H.
Um, phone number?
They redact the phone number.
That's the military phone number, right?
I
Oh,
think
okay.
so.
Yeah.
This is what I was looking for. Michelle said champions found is what they the chances he was found is what they call divine intervention. They do not do bridge inspections, but once every 2 years, and it was time for that bridge to be inspected. And there again, it was. That's what I've been talking about, and I couldn't find out
Yeah.
where it was said. But yeah, it was divine intervention that he was even found.
Yeah, it was said in the trial. That's where it came up.
Mm-hmm.
They
Yep.
interviewed the person who found it. They said that, yeah, it was time to renovate that bridge or something, or inspect it.
Yeah. Every 2 years, and bang.
And they actually thought that it was gonna be like puppies that were killed, because he says that they often find puppies like in suitcases in
Oh,
under bridges and stuff. Yeah.
Oh my God. Wow.
what's wrong with people?
Oh my God, I don't get it.
I
Especially an
don't
animal.
either. Yeah. People are so
People
sick.
are so sick. Yeah.
They call it.
Cool. We'll give him a call. We'll try and
Okay.
get some more information.
Yeah, I mean, as far as like the medical, dental,
Yeah.
like he'll know like all that stuff because he takes them on base.
All right. Well, we'll go give him a call in the car real quick and see if we can get any information that
Okay.
we don't already have. If not, we'll come back and or we'll give you a case number for
Okay.
the rental and everything. Okay. All right.
So she looks all calm and collected, and then later she tells people that she's been raped by Eduardo. Um, you know,
Yeah.
like,
And that he was in the house or something, right?
yeah,
Wow.
he was a
That
miracle himself. He was a little preemie.
yeah. That's right. I didn't even think about that. Her story later became that she was raped by Eduardo, and Eduardo had Gannon, and at this point in time when the cops are at the house, that Eduardo is in the house.
I mean, she practically should have said that aliens came from space, because she used every excuse imaginable.
Right.
Give
She
her
did.
time.
Yeah, because she used every excuse imaginable, and it's like, do you think this is working? Because it really isn't.
She had gotten away with that shit for her whole life, evidently, and thought it was going to work this time, but nope.
That was a form of manipulation for her, for sure.
For
Mm-hmm.
sure. Yeah. And then she invented Maria and all of her.
Maria, which one is Maria?
Her alter
Oh,
ego,
yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
or something.
I remember that now. Yep. Wow. Lord have mercy.
She already turned the lights off behind them.
Did she turned it off? Oh my God. While they're walking up the damn steps, she turned it off. Oh my God.
She is like that's
We'll be able to pull
suspicious
it
as
apart.
heck.
Yeah, it is. Like,
Oh,
while they're walking up the daggum steps, she turned the damn lights off. Wow.
yeah.
Look, here they go. They're going up there go the lights, and they turn the flashlight on. Wow.
She's something else.
Did the cops pick up on that? Like from the beginning, was she suspicious? I wonder.
I wonder too. I mean, they had to pick up on a lot of stuff with her that night.
Yeah. My goodness.
Just telling her I've already got 5 dogs.
5?
Yeah, I've got 5.
Oh, okay.
I did not have any choice in gathering any of those.
And she turned the lights off again.
Did she?
Did she? It just turned black all of a sudden.
Oh, dang it.
I hear some
Yeah.
feedback still.
Just telling her I've already got 5 dogs.
Okay, so there's lights on.
Oh, okay.
I did not have any choice in gathering any of those.
Oh, yeah, she did. Yes, she did. Wow.
The entire house is dark. How do you expect us to find the kid if he's in here?
Right. Oh my God. That is crazy.
He's at friend's house.
Sheriff,
She
I'll
would
tell you
turn
one
off
day.
the sun if she could.
She would. That was insane. That was insane. They are
Folds
totally
in this one. That's it.
oblivious. That is crazy. Okay, so this is going to be calling Al.
Hi, am I just
I got to step away for 1 second. I'll be right back.
to confirm? Am I speaking with Al?
Yep, this is he.
Awesome. So I just want to apologize for how long it took us to get here. But I just got finished talking with Taysha.
Yeah, my wife.
Okay. There was a number of questions that I had that I was asking her that she said to talk to you about.
Okay. Yeah.
In regards to your son.
Yes.
So some of the questions I have are just like form questions for missing persons or runaway. So whatever information you give me is great. What dentist does he go to?
I believe it's Fountain Dental Clinic right there it's right there by Culver's in town.
Okay.
I think it's Fountain Dental. I don't remember off the top of my head right now.
Alright. And is that where all of his dental records are kept? He's never gone to another one?
He's done all that here. We just moved here. And I think
I'm
they
back.
transferred the records, but we would have lived in Alaska. I was in the army up there in Alaska, so he did some work.
So that's where he references being up there with in Alaska. And I remember from the trial, he talks about that she said some guy was flirting with her or something and ended up he had to move post and go move away from Alaska and go to a different area, right?
Yes, she hated Alaska. She didn't want to live there, so she lied about somebody hitting on her or abusing her. I'm
Wow.
not sure what. Touching her
I felt really bad
inappropriately.
because he looked like he put up with a lot.
Yeah.
Right. Like I mean, having to leave your post in the military where you can't. It's not like you exactly get to choose where you go, really, from what I understand. And having to go to your boss and tell him something like that because of your wife, like, wow.
He really embarrassed him to his superiors and probably to everyone who was there.
Yeah. See, she should be
I
grateful.
see him
Number
gone.
one. Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't quite hear what you said, Abraham. Were you saying something?
Yeah, I said that I'm surprised he stood with her as long as he did. So that every day, that nagging and annoyingness, it would drive anybody crazy.
It would. Yeah, me too. I don't know how. I mean, and I commend him for that alone because, like, yeah, you can't choose where you're at, and not only you're married to this man that's in the army that's serving our country. He's high up in the military, and you're such a disrespectful wife that you. I mean, I could not imagine my husband having Mr. Speculating having to go and tell his boss, "Oh, we need to move because of this and that and the third with my wife." Like, what the God, that would I would be embarrassed to show my face in town.
Yeah.
Goodness, that's
And
insane.
her things were excuses. It was like a teenager's excuse. Like, girl, grow up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Work up there in Alaska. I'm trying to. I don't. I have to. I would have to look up the dental clinic up there.
Oh,
Okay.
Mercedes.
Do you need that one too?
Um,
It just takes me a
not.
second.
I was like, not at the moment. If we have to revisit it, we can get that information later.
Okay.
Do you know if he has any missing teeth or peculiarities with his dental work?
Yeah. He In fact, we need to make a dentist trip, but he's got one tooth on the top that is I don't want to say rotted out, but kind of had some issues with it, and the other tooth is like growing in front of it or behind it or whatever. I think it's on his right side on the top, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
That would be the only serious peculiarity. Turn this down. Yes.
Alright. Just
I
bear
wonder
with me
why
for a
this
moment. I'm
officer
writing notes and
focused so
everything
much on the
as I talk,
teeth.
but I am still.
Oh, I think it was because of trying to get dental records. I think they're asking about where his dentist is so they can get records. Because that's how they tell, like, if they find a body, unfortunately, they tell by dental
But I
records.
mean,
And,
the boy, the boy had just ran away. It's like dental records. My heart would have dropped. I would have been like, "What?"
Yeah.
yeah, you have a point. You have a point, yeah.
And I think it does because he asks in a couple of minutes what if there is something that he doesn't know.
Okay. Okay, so
Al,
yeah.
Al I mean,
Right.
Al will be asking the cop like, "Hey, wait, what's going on here?"
Okay.
Dental records.
Still
Wait a minute. I just spoke to him last night.
Yeah.
Right. That would be scary as a parent anyway. Like, yeah, and
Mm-hmm.
us people that do true crime and stuff, if something like this happened, God forbid, and the cops are asking for their toothbrush, hairbrush, dental records, I'm gonna be, yeah. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. Oh, you're talking about his new wife, yeah. Michelle said she made up a lie that one of his superiors had sexually assaulted her in order to get him to move out of Alaska because she hated it there, and it was all lies.
Can you
Wow.
imagine? Come on. Jeez.
Wow.
Even like somebody that is superior to him. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Listening.
Okay.
Um,
That is crazy. Alaska is beautiful. I want to live in Alaska.
okay. What about doctor? Who does he see for his doctor?
Not as pretty as
We go on
BC.
base at Fort Carson, Tuesday.
Mr. Speculating does not. I don't like the snow though. He's like, you would hate it there. You would be cold all the time. He wants to move somewhere warm because he does a very physically like it's a lot of physical labor. So he actually hurts when it gets cold. So he don't want to go anywhere cold. But I don't want to be hot all the time. I can't stand it. So I don't know what we're gonna do.
Come here to BC. It's perfect.
I need to.
Miami is even better.
Is
Does
it?
it? See, he wants to go somewhere like Miami, but I don't want to be hot all the time.
It's not hot all the time like people say, and plus, like you're always in air conditioner because the cars have AC, the houses, the stores, everything has AC.
Okay.
Yeah, but see, we don't need AC here. We're
Really?
fighting. We're fighting over having to move somewhere.
Yeah. I want to go up there, but I will one day. I know I will. I have it in my heart. I'm gonna come see you.
It would be so awesome. Everybody, the whole chat, come on up.
Florida is horrid. The whole chat. She said the whole chat can come up. See, it's humid here in North Carolina too. I don't know. I mean, I think it's kind of the same kind of humidity as Florida, but I don't know.
But Florida's only humid like for like a month throughout the year. Everything else is just hot. It's not really that uncomfortable.
Okay. I want to
Yep.
see the beaches down there. I've heard some
Mhm.
beautiful things about the beaches.
I mean, Florida is beautiful as it is. Miami, I think, is paradise for me.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah, I love it here, and it's not that bad. You get like there are like for like a month or so the weather, or combined throughout the year, you'll get like a month worth of unbearable humidity. But like I said, you're not outside. You're not gonna live outside.
Right, right.
Right.
The Iron Horse Clinic, Iron Horse Family Clinic, or whatever.
Okay.
He has. I mean, he hasn't had a like checkup in a while, probably over a year. But we went in because he takes some medicine for school. We went in like last week, I think.
Okay.
Just for a little talk, I mean, about, just, I guess you could call it a checkup, but I mean, nothing was wrong. He just needed more medicine.
Okay. No worries.
Yeah.
Has he had any major operations like surgeries? Obviously not amputations or implants, but like any major surgeries or broken bones?
Hasn't broken any bones. He had some stuff. He was a preemie, so he had a lot of stuff when he was born, but he hasn't had anything at all recently. So, are you looking for scar information, or what?
To be honest, let's see. We'll get down to scars here in a couple questions.
Okay.
So,
I mean, let me stop you real quick because I mean, I'm kind of getting the wrong impression here. Are these general like standardized questions you ask, or
yes, sir.
okay? Because I feel like you're getting to something specific, and I'd rather you just shoot straight with me. So.
Oh no, no. It's a general form that I have to fill out for every missing person, every
Okay. All right.
runaway.
So yeah, I just wanted to hear all of that what he said. So he's already picking up on it and is like, do you think he's deceased basically without saying it out loud? Yeah.
Yeah. Poor Al.
Yeah. I mean I understand like a lot of the chat how you feel, you think that there was signs and that Al, every like I said, we speculate here and everybody is welcome to their thoughts, opinions and speculations, but I think I'll always feel really bad for Al. I really do. My heart goes out to him. That man, he seemed to me to really care for his child, and yeah, maybe he worked too much. But I mean, the more you work, the more you get paid, the better pay you get, the more classes and the higher up you are, the better. So he's trying to do it for his family. I mean, I don't know. I'll always have a soft spot for him.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. He definitely was put through a lot trying to take care of his family, and she was just like, was she even working?
No, and she was spending all the money on dumb shit. Yeah, no, not that I know of. She's supposed to work, but every job that she had, it would be some kind of bullshit, like somebody assaulted her, or I think a bookshelf fell on her. That
Oh
just came out of
no.
nowhere.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
always something with her, and I'm sure that. Oh, I just lost my train of thought.
Oh, you're good. It happens to be all the time. You'll remember in a minute. Mercedes said, I hate how fathers get away with half-ass answers about knowledge of their own kids. Imagine a mother answering like that. I see that. But what I've noticed with a lot of fathers, like even in these cases in my own household, like Mr. Speculating, there's a lot of kids and like the appointments and things he doesn't remember, all the dates and stuff all the time. Like I'm usually the women or mothers are better with the dates and like the appointments and how many times they've been to the doctor, what it was for, the dentist and things. I don't know, and maybe that's a sexist statement, but I don't know. I've just noticed that most of the time women are the ones that handle that stuff, and then the men are working and things like that.
Exactly. So you would have thought that she would have known all of this because if he was always working, then she was taking care of the kids, and then why don't you know these things about the child?
Right. Yeah,
You
you're
know,
right.
it's crazy.
And
Because,
she said, "Oh, I don't do any of that. Talk to Al."
And I
yeah,
think that he refrained from really going after her like he wanted to. You can kind of tell because if I think the police advised him to be patient with her because they needed her on their side to get the information. Otherwise, I know that he would have blew up on her.
Right.
yeah, yeah, and he's, you hear in the trial, excuse me, that he's having to talk to her to try to get answers, and it's just infuriating the shit he has to listen to and deal with, where they were recording their conversations.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
This way I can hand it to our dispatch and they can mark him as runaway and it fills in all the information they need so that if anybody goes looking and if they happen to find him, they can have more positive identifying items.
All right.
So, yeah, just bear with me. There's a number of them, but we'll get through it and then I'll ask more specific questions if that works. Do you know if he has any injuries?
He didn't, to my knowledge, when I left Sunday, I think, for my training, before I left, he didn't have anything.
Okay. No recent X-rays or whatnot?
No.
Okay. Do you have any unusual physical characteristics that you know of?
No. He's a pretty normal guy.
Okay. Here's
So you guys will have to help me, but the Lana was, the mother, not Landon, but Landon had some hospital things going on or something, and she had the kids, but then couldn't take care of them because she was in the hospital or something, right?
Yeah, and she had a baby too.
She had a baby too. Okay, so she was kind of there, but not a lot.
Yeah, I think Letitia also accused her of being a drug addict, and I don't think that was true.
Okay,
I think her and Letitia were close friends.
Yeah, they
they
were at one point.
they were
Yeah.
at one point.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so she was in the hospital for like 7 months, I believe. So curious, Christine. Becky said preterm labor. Okay.
Yeah, I think Landon put up with a lot between Al and Letitia getting together.
Okay. Okay.
the question for scars, marks, tattoos, and and their locations. I mean, I assume he's 11. He doesn't have tattoos, but do you know if any scars or marks that are unique?
Yeah. So from his stuff when he was a baby, he's got a little. I think it's on his left side, kind of where they would put a chest tube in. So he's got a scar there, a little like circular, maybe not even as big as a dime.
Okay.
So that would be definitely something you would see. But I don't think. I'm just trying to think. I don't think he has any other scars really other than that.
Okay. These next couple questions your wife answered as if there was any jewelry missing from the house or clothing missing from the house. Does he have any usual hangouts that you know of?
The only place that he goes typically is. Um, so are you standing at my house?
Yeah, I'm
All
out
right.
front.
So if you look like out towards the street, like to the right, there's like a T intersection. And the house right at the end of that T intersection is where like most of like his little friends live, and that's really the only place he goes. He once in a while there's on the street behind us he goes to some kid's house over there, but that he hasn't gone there in a long time.
Okay.
So it's normally just that one on the end of the street there.
Alright, I'll grab that address here in a second. Do you know any of his friends?
So they redacted this part where they, I mean,
That
they're
that house right at the end
talking
of
about
that
his
of our street
kids.
there, and then
Right.
They're talking about his friends and things. All right. It is 4:46. I'm trying to see where 58. So that would be about 20 minutes. Okay. So I don't know if there's a lot of pertinent information in this audio. We'll listen to it till about 5 o'clock. It'll probably be over by then. And we can hear Al's reaction, and then we'll have to come back and do the other half of the body cam tomorrow, probably.
I think
like I
that
said, the
she
other
burned him like to like for him to suffer. I don't know how to say it in English, but it's like she kind of burned him on purpose and realized that he was making too big of a deal about the burn. That's why she kept giving him medication
Mm,
so that he wouldn't complain about it, because I think that he was asking to be taken to the hospital, and she knew that if she did, he would tell that she burned him on purpose.
mm,
I agree. I think so too. I think that the burns were really bad,
Yeah.
and yeah, he was asking to go to get help, and she knew Al was coming home, and or gonna be home or something, and she took him out because she was worried about the burns on him and taking him anywhere.
Hmm.
yeah, he
And
had
that's when
blisters.
maybe she shot him, because he probably got really upset and said, "No, I'm gonna call my dad," and rebel, and that's where she probably lost it and shot him.
Mhm.
Yeah, because
place
we
he
know
goes
she.
once in a while.
Sorry, love. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say we know that he had blisters. He said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to get blisters from burns, I mean, well, you can get blisters, I suppose, from being burned, but I think that I again, I think they were a lot worse than she let on.
Yeah, I think they were really bad. And then she had the nerve to say, "Oh, he was picking at his at the blisters," and
Yeah.
Yeah, because you know how normal it is for all of us to pick at a blister till it bleeds.
right.
Yeah. That's ridiculous.
Woman, are
And
you crazy?
yeah,
So
that's insane.
With my daughter is really her friend's house, and her friend's name is. He goes over there and plays video games sometimes, but
I don't know, Southern.
that's
Okay.
that's really it in our neighborhood. He's got one other friend from the school he went to last year, but they're like away on the other side of town, and they were up there earlier, but I think they left already.
Okay. Do you know of any new friends that he may have had? Sorry about that.
New friends. The only thing he's mentioned to me, and this is all like crazy today, but he mentioned.
Thank you,
My
Bellis.
wife might have told you, but he said he had a friend that wanted him to come over this weekend and have a sleepover, and this is where some alarms went up. Just this morning, he texted me and said the friend told him that he had an older brother that had a car, and that his older brother said they could have fun and sleep over if he brought bath salts. And that was like, and I told him, I responded no, and I said go talk to Tisha, his stepmom, my wife, and I immediately identified to her what was going on, because he stayed out of school today because he was sick. So And then I also immediately told her because we did have some stuff to take a bath, bath salt type stuff, and I told her immediately to go find all that we had and hide it, away from her. He can't get it. So, and I think she went through it and said that nothing was missing. So,
Okay.
What do you guys think that
Yeah, do you
bath
want to go
salt thing
show him
was
the
about?
picture? Do you have the picture?
So I was asking about that earlier, and I think they said that it had been determined that Letitia said that, and then she was talking about the cigar in her book bag, and I was wondering, I'm thinking that she was trying to make him look like a troubled child of some sort, like he's this bad kid that's got cigars and looking for bath salts and all kinds of things, but I don't. If it wasn't done by Letitia, then I don't know. I have no idea.
I
I
think it
I
came
know
from her.
she did it. I'm sure she did it. But then why? Like, what would be the purpose of her saying that to him, pretending to be the child? Like, I don't know. I don't
Right. And
like. I
Oh,
don't
that
go ask my parents for. Oh, I'm gonna go do drugs, and I need this.
at
right.
11 years old, where he's going to find bath salts,
Right.
you know. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
all
that
her.
yeah, it is weird though. I didn't even think about like what was the plan with Al, like as far as asking for bath salts. That is weird. Um,
It's
yeah,
Letitia. She doesn't make much sense, you know.
no doubt. Yeah, like the type of kid who would run away. Yeah.
And she expected Al to come back and hold her, and they were gonna look for the child together. And they were gonna, set into the sunset. It's like, do you think he was not gonna pressure you for questioning, like what happened to the kid? You were with him.
Yeah,
Right. It's ridiculous. Her exception, her expectations of Al were ridiculous to begin with, and then to think that you're going to get rid of the kid and they're just going to ride off into the sunset together and forget all about it is absolutely sociopathic, like she is, in my opinion.
Hang on one second.
I'll have him send it to you. Do you mind going over there to come and go and just seeing if they seen him? Yeah.
Um,
Did you get what he's wearing?
yeah. So Tasha said he's wearing a blue windbreaker over blue jeans.
Your incident has been updated.
Do you know if he's had any drug involvement or anything of that sort?
to my knowledge, it's an absolute no.
Okay.
Your incident has been updated.
Huh? Yeah, he's gonna do it. He's still on the phone. So we'll do it. One sec.
Do you know if he has any mental or emotional problems, and or and if he's been treated or under treatment for him? I know.
No, he so no, I mean, me and
Your
his mama
incident
busted
has been
up. We
updated.
split up a while back, like 5 years ago, and he I mean, he doesn't really struggle horribly with that, but he gets a little sad sometimes. That's about it. But I take him and his sister to counseling on post like regularly, at least once a month, just in case, so they don't, so they're always willing to talk. And every time they come out, I ask the counselors if there's any issues that I need to be alerted about, and they've never said one time that they were proud of anything. So.
Okay. Okay.
You think she's worse than Jessica Kelly, Veronica? That's pretty bad. I mean, I get it though.
I think there are two types of crazy.
Two different
that,
types of crazy.
Two
Yeah.
different types of crazy for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it is two different types of crazy.
I'm
Um,
scared of Jessica Kelly. I will cross the street if she's coming. If I see her
yeah.
walk.
oh my God, run the other way.
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's funny.
Yeah, that one, yeah, I would run the other way too. Okay. Hey Teresa. This is awesome catching alive on a weekday. This case has always been so disturbing. Oh yeah. Thank you for being here. The bath salt thing makes me think she pre-planned this.
Um,
Interesting. Hmm.
I just got a couple questions left. This is an odd one. He doesn't have any social services caseworkers assigned to him, correct?
No, he does not.
Okay. And then last question: do you know if he's really involved with any gang activity or anything of the sort?
Yeah, once again, not to my knowledge. I mean, he's either, like I said, he's either at that one little boy's house down the street, or he's at home playing his video games. You know, hanging out with the family and stuff. So.
Okay.
Gannon wanted to be a YouTuber with his games, his gaming.
Really? I didn't know
Mhm.
that. I didn't remember that.
I think there's,
Yeah, he made a video or two.
yeah, yeah,
Oh, wow.
And you can see that he was stepping out of his shell in those videos. It was something that he was really into.
yes.
That's interesting. I wish he would have been able to pursue that.
Mm.
I need to. Is his YouTube channel still on here? I wonder. Maybe we could look at it.
I don't know. I think in the during the trial was it that they played the video?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've,
I need to get the trial information and look for it.
I've seen it a couple of times, that video of him.
Okay. Yeah, see. I talked about that earlier. When I hear talks of like Epsom salt or bath salts, that's what I'm thinking of, like Epsom salts, not the drug.
Red Moon had a question. I think, yeah, it was determined that it was her. The kid had no knowledge of what bath salt was.
Oh yeah. So Red Moon Bless said apologies for asking. Did she for sure send the message about the bath salts? Could he have been looking for help with his burns, and real bath salts could help heal his burns? I think. I think that it was determined that she sent the message.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was about
it
the
was
drug.
her. Sorry about this. Go ahead.
I think it was about the drug. I don't think it was about actual bath salt.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. She was trying to like put it in his head that he was kind of being rebellious and stuff. But even that, it's like I don't think I knew what bath salt was till then.
Right. Well,
Right.
they're pretty new, aren't they? Isn't it a fairly new drug?
Yeah, and it was because there was an incident here where a guy got his face chewed off because the other one was on bath salt.
Oh,
That's the only
right,
reason why I found out about it during like around this time.
right. So,
Yeah. Sorry. Go ahead.
no, no, I'm just going. Ugh.
Yeah. They called it the zombie drug at that time.
Mm.
Mm. No, no, you're good.
All right, well, that's the end of that form. So moving away from the form, talking to him and all that. I know you're out of state, but have you noticed any changes in his behavior while talking to him or interacting with him?
No, I mean he's been easy as it goes. My wife, I mean, he had a little spilled a candle or something silly last night and got upset about that. My wife said he wrote down in the notebook that he was sorry and or whatever, like a couple times, but I mean, nothing out of the ordinary.
Okay.
So
Um, has he ever exhibited any behavior like this before? Like, has he
no,
made comments about wanting to leave, or
nope, never at all.
okay? Has he ever made like comments about not liking where he's living or the current living situation, or maybe he didn't like Tasha?
I mean, not he hasn't made those to me. I mean,
Okay.
So for him to say that he hasn't heard anything like that from that Gannon hasn't said anything like that to him specifically, I wonder if Lie-tecia was saying that he was saying all these mean, hateful things, but she was making like it was all bullshit to begin with. Like he never ever said those things anyway, since he's not saying it to his dad.
Hmm.
Like if she's like, he's arguing with me and he's being mean and he's saying he don't want me here and he don't want us to be together, like I'm sure she's saying he's saying things like that, and I'm wondering if he ever even really did.
Oh, you mean like in the past, right?
Yeah.
I felt the same way. I think that she used to lie on him, and that used to be a lot of the source of their problems. And the kid probably would just stay quiet and not defend himself. He was probably not rebellious, so he probably didn't talk back.
And
So he was probably being blamed for stuff that she was telling Al he was doing.
Yeah.
he would have been scared of her too, I would bet.
Yeah.
You know, these types of people find ways to not leave bruises.
Right. Yep. Yep, I think so. I agree.
And also because he was older, she was probably not able to lie to Al as she could with the little girl. Like he would probably be able to tell his dad, no, this didn't happen. No, what she's saying is a lie. And I think that was her animosity towards him as well.
Mm.
Yeah. Mhm. Absolutely. Yep, you've got a wonderful point there, Abraham. I agree.
Okay. You said he was doing well in school, right? So there was no major issues coming from school.
Yeah, I mean, he's straight A's.
That's our
Got
biggest
his,
lead,
got his first
really.
B in the class report card, but that he's straight A's. So.
Okay. Um,
Who's over? Is it Brown? Is she over Grandview too?
let's see.
That's all.
I think I've got all the questions that I can think of answered between you and your wife.
He'll get cold.
Oh no,
So yeah, with
Foggy.
everything I've got going on, or between the two conversations I've had, I think I've got everything answered that I need. Last thing I need from you though is is Al your legal first name?
No, Eugene.
Eugene. What's your middle initial?
A.
A. And then Stock. Am I pronouncing that right? Stock?
Stauch, and then I'm the fourth.
Oh, you're the fourth. Okay.
Yeah.
Fourth. What's your date of birth?
I have one last question.
Okay.
Do you guys think he was in the house like when the cops were there, the kid?
Sorry. Yes. They say, from what I understand, he was in there. Everybody's been saying in chat that the suitcase was in there in the boxes in the storage room. Or
I
he
thought
was
that he
either in
was
the
in the
car.
car. I thought that he was in the car.
See, that's what
That's
I thought too.
Yep. Abellis thought that too. I've heard both things, so I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna try to go through the footage with you guys and see what we can figure out from my
No, but
mom.
you don't learn this till the trial. I think in the trial we learned that he was in the car. And it makes sense because usually if a cop is gonna come to your house searching for the kid, they're gonna open boxes, they're gonna open suitcases because kids can hide anywhere. So
Yeah.
for her to have left them in the house, knowing that they were gonna be coming in to do this, would have been kinda ballsy to do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then they may also look in a trunk, in the car trunk.
Okay.
True.
Yeah. So they're saying the cops checked the car, and he was
Wow.
not in the car yet. Hey, Cara.
Hey, Cara.
Because I know that we see the box in the suitcase in one day, and then when the cops come back the next day, they go through the same area, and that's when they notice something has been moved.
Ah, okay.
That's when they notice that's how they kind of deduce that must have been where she kept them because the next day that was completely moved when they came back to check again.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, the body cam shows them checking the car. Okay. So it's probably on the second half of the body cam that we haven't got to yet.
Checking the
Yeah.
car, the trunk as well.
I think so.
I never saw them check the trunk,
Well, you
but I
know
know that
what?
in the
I think I have it right here, so we'll look at it real quick, and then we'll watch this body cam footage again tomorrow. But I don't know what all's in here. I'll listen to them talking to Al and see if there's anything else important. We'll go ahead and look at the car real quick and see if we see anything, because I have it right here, I think. And I'm gonna have to go in a minute so I can cook dinner. And I told the kids I would take them and their friend to the park. So,
So what
oh,
time is dinner?
well, it's supposed to be. Well, I usually try to have it done by like 6 or 6:30, and it's 5:05. But we're having pizza tonight because the friends are having their friends over. So,
Okay, so I'm leaving now then.
yeah, yeah,
Should I bring a bottle of wine?
Yeah, dude,
yes.
I'll bring dessert.
Sounds amazing. Okay, so they're going. I believe they're going into the garage right here. Yeah. I think there was like blood on the floor in here as well, or
Yes,
something.
they said that earlier, didn't they?
Yeah.
Somebody.
Once he got back, once Al got back, he was working with the police. They went in there and did like a full, and that's when they found blood and all this other stuff. And she never came back to the house after that.
Oh, okay.
Right, right, right. Okay.
Yeah, and Carolina was right too. She also took the body off into off a road in the snow.
Yep, on the S curve road. Yep.
After they showed up, yes, I think she left and did that. I think.
And then went back and got the body again, I think.
Okay.
I have
Yeah.
to reread all this.
I need to review it myself. So yeah, this is where they noticed that the car is backed in, and he says that that's not normal.
Sir, I think it might be in my car, so whenever you're.
What might be in your car?
He wants my ID.
Oh, okay. Was this the car you guys had with you today?
Do what?
Was this the car you guys had with you today?
What do you mean with me today?
I mean, did you drive this car today?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I didn't drive that car today.
You did
It's
not
our
drive this
husband
car.
today.
Okay, all right.
She's already lying. Like,
Yeah,
mm,
like pulling
That
teeth.
was not a normal response. Like that was a very clear question. Why was she confused about that question?
Yeah.
mm-hmm. Because she's lying her ass off.
Mm.
Has he ever hidden in anything like this before?
No, this is no.
There's nothing in the back seat.
Open the trunk. Right.
I don't see a suitcase. That looks like those reusable bags. Yeah, sun visor reusable bags. Now, unless it was in the tire well area, it's got to be in the house in the storage area.
Yeah, I think it was at this time. Yeah. I think afterwards she took him out and put him in the car, and that's when the second body cam footage is captured with something moving in that area.
Mm-hmm.
If I was the police, I would have been like, "Ma'am, did you try turning on the lights before you look for your kid? Because I mean,
Right?
this is so completely dark. I'm like, how are you going to
Yeah.
find the child?"
Yeah.
She's got
Exactly.
demon eyes. She can see in the pitch black.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus.
Everything's got to be so dark all the time.
I remember what Carolina said. She almost bit her brother's head off when he asked if he can help her carry the suitcase, and she said no and didn't even let him touch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I'm going to stop the body cam footage here for today. So we'll continue that tomorrow. But yeah, Carolina said no, no one touched that suitcase, only Lie-tecia. Remember, her brother wanted to help her, but she refused. Also, only her DNA was found on the suitcase, not Harley's. We're going to have to look that up because I do remember hearing something about that people helping her put shit in a rental van.
But not the suitcase.
But not the suitcase, all full of what was she said? Sports equipment. Ma'am, I don't
Yes.
think you do any sports.
Yeah, I think you said baseball or something like that.
Softball, yeah.
Softball.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, she's had the night. Well, I mind you, no, that's not true. I think they did play softball.
Yeah, she
Yes.
supposedly did at one point in time, and that was how they met each other, I think.
Yeah, with Landon and everybody.
Well, that must have been equipment for the whole team because to be
No
that.
doubt.
Oh,
Well, it
Yeah.
was a pleasure talking to you guys.
Yeah, thank you for
I'm
coming
gonna
up, and
go.
I'm glad you got it figured out, so now you can come up whenever you want to. Thank
Yeah, this
you.
is, this is my first time. I've never used it before.
Aw,
Every
that's so
time that I
sweet.
go live is always like through Facebook. I've never done it through this. Is fun.
oh,
Yeah, thank you.
that was fun, Abraham.
I
Yes, it
enjoyed it.
was. I look forward to the outro now.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll talk to you guys later. Bye bye.
All right, thanks. Bye.
I'll jump off too with Abraham.
Okay, Bellis. I hope you have a good day too, my love, and thank you for coming up. And we'll continue to talk about this case. I'll educate myself some more, remind myself of some things, and we'll get it figured out.
I will too. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Bye, chat.
Bye. Kalisa said, yeah, Lie-tecia had planned Gannon would get burned in the fire, but she couldn't get it burning enough to set the house on fire. I do remember that too. And like she gets everybody but like the child out or something to that effect. I remember that. Yeah. So we'll go through everything and figure it out. We'll have to look and see about the suitcases and stuff. It's as if Satan himself was assisting her for all that time. She came so close to being found out so many times. You're right, Teresa. You're right. Thank you, everybody. I love you all so very much. Like Chow said, take care, folks, and stay safe. If nobody has told you you are important, you are special, you are enough, and you are loved. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. I hope y'all have a wonderful Friday evening. I'll see y'all Saturday. And we'll continue on talking about this. And yep, see you then. Be safe. Love y'all. Bye.
Listen up, I gotta tell you, there is something you should know. I have never really liked you at all. I cannot hide it anymore.